Cherokee chat at halftime. Through 2 games, 13 solo tackles, 10 assists, giving him 23 total tackles. That's 11.5 tackles per game. And he already has 6 tackles for loss this season. So I want you to talk about his performance, but can you also comment about that defensive line thus far this season? Josh Rouse, a junior, Caden Melton, just a sophomore, Jackson Montgomery, just a sophomore, and the 2 sophomores, I think this is their first Friday Night Lights experience.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Aiden has to be the player on our defensive line. He's the only one from really realistically, he's the only one with any experience on the defensive line. You know, he's started for a couple of years. Jackson's, you know, was a freshman, and Caden was a freshman, both of those last year, getting into the starting lineup this year, so they didn't have any experience up there. And then Josh Rouse played linebacker, so he's never played defensive line. So we, you know, you got 3 youngsters basically up there, and then Aiden Wilson, so he's got to be the player he is, isn't it? And we knew he was going to be a good player. He's a little undersized to play at defensive tackle, but he uses his head really well. He's smart, knows leverage. He's probably more of a defensive end, a weak side defensive end. But we had to have him there, and he knew that coming in the season. Most likely he's going to have to play 3 technique, but he's doing a good job right now. He will obviously have a test against Ray County. You know, they're going to pound on us and double team him, and they're going to do some things that he's not really built for, but we'll see how that goes.
He mentioned to me that knowing that he would be making that move went from, I think, 205 last year up to at least 220 this year. So he did try to put on some weight, also working hard in the weight room as well. Did you think that was a slam dunk move from defensive end to defensive tackle for him? Because actually his production is up.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things where it's best for our defense. You know, it's probably not best for Aiden Wilson. You know, all things considered, he's probably better on the outside than he would be inside. Right now, he's having a great season. You know, we're going to go against some teams that are going to be a lot bigger than us, though, up front.
Yep.
But in our defense, you put your best defensive lineman in 3 technique. You have to, and because they have to be able to account for him. And so he is our best defensive lineman. He just happened to be a little undersized. So we had to move him there to make our defense as successful as it could be.
Coach, special teams have been pretty solid through 2 games. Good coverages on kickoffs and punts. You've had some decent kick returns yourself as well. And, of course, Spencer Sullins gets you on the board at Cleveland with a 49-yard field goal, and also averaged 40 yards per punt last week against the Blue Raiders. Talk about the work you do on special teams.
Yeah, I mean, those guys, we get out here every day. The first thing we do at practice every day is work those special teams. Those guys get to kick, catch punts. Snappers, you know, are really working hard. They're all getting after it. And then we go through at least 3 a day. You know, we go through half of them on Monday, or half of them on Tuesday, half of them on Wednesday, and then we'll go up through all of them on Thursday again. So special teams, you know, is a big part of it, but the biggest part of it is the kicker. And we can practice all we want to. If you don't have a kicker, it makes things tough. Spencer's obviously been a great weapon for us. Our defense, I know they love it when our punter can get in there and pin the other guys deep, make them work on the long field, and it kicks it in the end zone. And he's scoring points for us too. You know, hindsight, in the Cleveland game, that first drive, we get down there, and I think it could have been a 46 or 47-yard field goal, and we don't kick it. Wish we'd kicked it now. But you know, obviously we look back and know that he can do that and get points on the board early and get us a lead, and we can play with the lead, makes things a lot easier for us.
All right, you're listening to the Ray's Auto Body Coaches Bench Show with head coach Bo Cagle. We'll be back in just a moment.
Ray's Body Shop is the name you know and trust, and the first place to go when it happens. Ray's has many years of experience in the latest in assessment and repair equipment, including their PPG and vinyl-based paint system, allowing you to go green. Whatever type of insurance you have, whatever make and model vehicle you drive, go see the professionals. They also have towing if you need it. Quality is their priority at Ray's Body Shop, 117 Rocky Mountain Road, Athens, 745-9529.
Welcome back to the Ray's Auto Body Coaches Bench Show, and I'm joined again by head coach Bo Cagle. Coach, let's talk a little bit about the offensive side of the football. It seems it's always tougher, and this is for every team and seems like every year, for offenses to find their identity more so than defense. But let's start with Jaden Miller. Running the team at quarterback, he's doing a good job, but we really haven't seen his full capabilities just yet. Do teams begin, as they learn him, he's been a starter now, this is the third year, do teams begin to just key on him a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I think those are some of the things we talked with him about is when he's reading, making these replays, they're going to make sure he doesn't beat them. And just like us, if we were playing against a Jaden Miller team, we're going to say make him hand the ball off, make him get it out of his hands, make somebody else beat us. And he's trying to do a little too much, I believe. You know, he wants to do what he's always done, and he's carried the team a lot. But he's got to do what he needs to do to help the team get better, and he'll do that. You know, I think he probably pressed a little bit on Friday night against Cleveland. But, you know, taking into consideration, too, he's on the kickoff team. He's playing almost every snap on defense. So he's doing a lot. We're asking him to do a lot to help us out. But, you know, he's going to get better. He's going to make better plays. And you know, the whole offense didn't play well last week. It was just him. So
Thompson and Evans at the running back position, I mean, the yards they earned last Friday night were hard-earned yards. And yet, there were a few plays there where I just felt like there were one broken tackle, you know, just slipping through, and that could have been a big play.
There were several of those. I know Davion had one, Cody had one, Hester had one right there at the first of the game. We had a little slip pass to him, and you know, he's one step away from scoring. We're really close. We're really close at the end of the game, even in the fourth quarter on the last play. We were close to breaking one. So it's just little things here and there, and you know, it's going to happen sometimes. It just wasn't our night. You know, offensively just was not our night. But we know, you know, we had some adversity. That's going to make us better. If we don't have that, we're not going to be the best team we can be. So we're happy and looking forward to seeing if we got any better this week.
Well, you mentioned Caden Hester. He catches a couple of slant patterns, one really early there. And you just feel like one of these senior wideouts, whether it's Hester or Hensley or Smith or someone else even, is going to have a big game soon. Do you look for opportunities to get the ball into those guys' hands in some way?
Absolutely. They're all playmakers. So you got to figure out how to let all of them touch the ball at some point. And it spreads the defense out. It makes everybody have to play defense all the way across the field. You got to count for everyone. We've got great receivers. We've got great running backs. We've got great quarterbacks. So we got to spread the ball around, make sure that everybody's involved in the offense, and that'll just make us a better team at the end of the year.
No turnovers a week, It's obviously a really positive thing, and also
didn't get any though.
Didn't get any.
Needed to get them. And
you got only three penalties for 20 yards is what I'm seeing on our statistics. You have to like those two areas of the game. On the turnover ratio, I think you're 2 up for the year, but obviously you'd like to see that even higher.
Well, yeah, you need that. Turnovers are game changers, and you know, there's very few games that we don't get a turnover. Yeah. And that was hard on us last week, not getting a turnover. Had a couple of chances, but with the team that turned it over 7 or 5 times the week before, you know, your odds are you're going to get one, and we just didn't. And I think that could have made a difference in that football game for sure.
Absolutely. You're listening to the Ray's Auto Body Coaches Bench Show with head coach Bo Cagle. We'll be back in just a moment.
Ray's Body Shop is the name you know and trust, and the first place to go when it happens. Ray's has many years of experience in the latest in assessment and repair equipment, including their PPG and vinyl-based paint system, allowing you to go green. Whatever type of insurance you have, whatever make and model vehicle you drive, go see the professionals. They also have towing if you need it. Quality is their priority at Ray's Body Shop, 117 Rocky Mount Road, Athens, 745-9529.
Welcome back to the Ray's Auto Body Coaches Bench Show, and we are joined by head coach Bo Cagle. Coach, let's turn our attention to tonight's region opening game versus Ray County. This is the 68th meeting between the two schools. That includes, of course, games played against Ray Central before Ray Central and Spring City consolidated in 1974 to form Ray County High School. The Cherokees are at 34 wins, 28 losses. There's been 5 ties. And, Coach, you're 6-5 against these guys. This may not be a rivalry game per se, but it's a game with it's a series with a long history. And as a region foe, this one means a lot tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Ray County is, we're real close together. We play each other a lot. We know a lot of those guys over there, and they play a brand of football that we play over here. It's one of those that we're going to get after each other. You don't have to worry about the Ray County guys playing hard for 4 quarters. They put the test to you. So we enjoy that. We enjoy playing them, and it's going to be a lot of fun because you just don't see old school football a lot anymore. Several years back we were running wing T, but Ray County's been doing it for a long time. They've been successful in this region for a long time, running that wing T, and really just pounding away. Pound away, and then they might stretch you with a long one when you get lulled to sleep with those inside runs.
Let's talk about that physicality for just a second, because I really do. When I think of Ray County and have seen them play a lot through the years, that's exactly what I think of. They're going to come out there and they're going to punch you.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what I think of with McMinn County, and when you put those two together, it makes for some really fun football.
Should be, people talk about fireworks. The fireworks might come from helmets popping Friday night. That's just the way it is. We've always played that way. Ray County has too. Makes things a lot of fun. I enjoy games like that. We'll just see what kind of metal we have. If we can reach down deep and get up when we're knocked down, because they're going to hit us and keep coming back just like we will. And it makes the things a lot of fun.
Let's talk about that wing T offense. Of course, they've ran it for years. They're very good at it. But, first of all, how in the world do you simulate that in practice? I guess you do the best you can. And if you would, explain to our listeners, because not everybody understands what is the wing T offense. Talk about what that is exactly and the deception it brings.
Yeah, I mean, mainly probably what you'll see is almost all 11 of their players within a couple of yards of each other. So you're going to see everybody in real tight, and then it's a bunch of smoke and mirrors. There's going to be people going right and left, up and back, and you don't know who's got the ball. But as a defensive coach, you just read keys. Players read keys. They've got certain fundamentals that they run. It doesn't really matter what they do with the ball. You do your job, and you're okay. But in saying that, us in particular, and high school kids, you want to know where the ball is.
Yeah.
So if you get a little undisciplined, that's when the big one pops, because you haven't done your job. You can't worry about the ball. You've got to look at the things you've got to look at. But at the end of the day, all that stuff's a lot of smoke and mirrors. But if you'll read your keys, it'll take you right to where you want to go.
I want to say to our listeners, I'm going to try to read my keys, and I'm pretty sure I won't keep up with the ball every play. It is
tough.
Even from a bird's eye view.
And exactly what I remember for several years we ran the wing T, and Johnny Kaufman was calling games through Coach Mullinax there, and it's hard to know unless you know the play. It's hard to know exactly where the ball is, but the main thing, like with us, and you asked about us simulating that, it's tough. It's really tough, but they got decently good at it. By Wednesday, the guys weren't awful at it, and then even doing their defense was tough this week. But there's a point in time when film study becomes the most important thing you do, and our guys get a lot of film study. They are asked to watch it on their own. They also watch it with their coaches, so they should have an idea of what's happening, as long as they're going to throw some wrinkles in there. We know they're not going to do everything they've done on film, do it exactly the same way, but there comes a time when the maturity of a player has to be intact, where he can watch film, learn what he needs to learn, even if he doesn't get on the field to practice.
Finally, Coach, they list on their projected starters anyway 4 linebackers. I guess we're going to see a 3-4 defense tonight. Talk to us about what you've seen from their defense on film. Of course, this year you've only got one game, Alcoa, to work with.
Yeah, I mean, what we basically see is they've got 5 in the box regardless of what you're in. They're not going to take those 3 down linemen out. The 2 middle linebackers are always going to be there. Now, with the other guys, they can be doing anything. They can walk a linebacker down to give them 6 in the box. They can walk both of them down and give them 7. They'll play with 2 high safeties for the most part. But when they bring pressure, they're going to walk another one down and go with 1 high. So they're going to be multiple other than the 5 up front. And the 5 up front are going to be there nonstop each week. And they're physical. They get after you. They play hard, and we know that's a key for them. Just in the MO of their team, that's why they're going to play.
Considering that they know us about about like we know them. Wouldn't you imagine they're probably going to set some guys down and see if we can run on them?
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, most teams, if they're going to keep us, they're going to try to stop us from running the ball. So, but in saying that, I do feel like if we have an advantage against them at all, it would be on the perimeter. I feel like that, they got their quarterback is playing safety, which he is an outstanding football player. But overall, I think our advantage may be in the perimeter, and them knowing that may stop them from walking everybody down. So we don't know. It's a game. It's a chess match during the game. You don't know what you're going to get, but we feel like if we've got an advantage, that's where it's going to be.
Very good. Thank you, Coach, for joining us tonight. You've been listening to the Ray's Auto Body Coaches Bench Show with Cherokee head coach Bo Cagle. We're moments away from kickoff. We'll be back in a moment with the starting lineups. You're listening to Cherokee Football on 101.7 FM WJSQ.
Ray's Body Shop is a name you know and trust, and the first place to go when it happens. Ray's has many years of experience in the latest in assessment and repair equipment, including their PPG and viral-based paint system, allowing you to go
ready to go, Cherry?
Whatever
Yes,
type
sir.
of insurance you have, whatever make and model vehicle you drive, go see the professionals. They also have towing if you need it. Quality is their priority at Ray's Body Shop, 117 Rocky Mountain Road, Athens, 745-9529.
You've been listening to the Coach's Bench, a pregame interview with head football coach Bo Cagle, sponsored by Ray's Auto Body, Rocky Mount Road, Athens. Stand by. McMinn County Cherokee football is next on 101.7 WJSQ and WLAR.
WJSQ FM 101.7 WLAR AM 1450 Athens.
Good evening and welcome to Cherokee Stadium in Athens, Tennessee, where tonight we bring you an important region game between the McMinn County Cherokees and the Ray County Golden Eagles. This is a series that began in 1929 with Ray Central, but in 1974, Ray consolidated with Spring City to create Ray County High School. So tonight is the 68th meeting between the two schools, and McMinn holds a 34-28 advantage, and there has also been 5 ties. I'm Terry Patrick. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play, and I want to bring in my broadcast partner, Jared Wright, who will bring the color commentary tonight. Jared, this may not be a traditional rival game, so to speak, but it's a series with a long history, and it's two teams that like to play physical football.
It is, and physical is the key word there, and it's also going to be one that maybe, after last year, the teams, the fan bases, they understand what this game could mean at the end of the year, but it, separated 30 miles apart, Highway 30 battle, you may want to call it, something like that. It's going to be a well-attended game. Ray County's brought a lot of fans, but I told you before we went on the air, it's going to be one in the trenches.
Well, and fans, what Jared is alluding to, this game turned out to be a game, even though it was week 3 a year ago, it turned out to be for the region championship. Ray County ends up winning that game last year. They win the region. I should mention that our statistician and special contributor, Terry Stansel, is in the press box, and he'll join us at halftime with stats and comments about the first half. So Ray County comes into the game. Of course, they play also in Region 4-5A. They are 0-1 overall, have not played a region game. 2 weeks ago, they lost to Alcoa by a score of 38-21, and then they had a bye week in week 2. Jared, also kind of odd. It's an early bye week.
It is. I mean, after you play a team like Alcoa, you may want that bye week, but then again, it kind of, you get geared up, and then you have to kind of cool it off for a week. And so we'll see how that plays into this one. And, that score indicates that it was really close, but Alcoa put up 38 points in the first half.
It wasn't as close as the scoreboard appeared.
They ran a
Alcoa.
kickoff 83 yards back and a punt return 70 yards back in the first 2 times touching the ball. So,
okay, well, we're going to go ahead and take right now. We've got the invocation and also our national anthem will be coming up. We're going to go ahead and take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with the starting lineups in just a moment.
McMinn County Cherokees football on WJSQ and WLAR is brought to you by Star Regional Medical Center, All Things Exterior, Osmond Flooring, Simmons Bank, Madison Avenue Pharmacy, Companion Funeral Home, Iwasi Builder Supply, L&M Motors, Tennessee Wesleyan University, Capstar Bank, Plaza Electronics and Appliances, and Athens Insurance. And now with tonight's play-by-play, here's Terry Paxton.
To the unforeseen, count on us. Take our free heart health assessment online at starregional.com.
Are you frustrated with extensive lead times on materials you need for your home improvement or construction project? All Things Exterior has a great selection of materials, many of which they can get to you in a matter of days, not months. Need a metal roof? They've got you covered. Need new vinyl siding? They've got you covered. Need new gutters? They've got you covered. Don't forget about windows, doors, decks, and more. Go see what they can do for you at All Things Exterior, 723 Congress Parkway South in Athens.
Osmond's Flooring has just received truckload after truckload of over 15 styles and colors of first-quality waterproof plank flooring for the insanely low prices of $1.89 and $1.99 per square foot while supplies last. And don't forget, they have over 80 styles and colors for every price point and budget. They'll price match and beat anything. So bring your truck. Or they have the best professional installers around and can usually get the job done within a week. Absolutely worth the drive and easy to find. Osmond Flooring, 2412 South Congress Parkway, across from McMinn County High School in Athens.
At Simmons Bank, community matters. Since 1903, we've been dedicated to serving our communities with empowered local leadership. I'm Shane Whaley, Regional President of our East Tennessee market. While some things have changed in recent years, one thing that's stronger than ever is our local team's commitment to serving our community. We offer exceptional service and unmatched expertise to provide solutions for your financial needs. A reliable partner for you because, after all, we're always better together.
Simmons Bank, member FDIC.
All right, and there's the end of the national anthem. We are back at Cherokee Stadium. Jared, we were talking about Ray County football. We know that they are going to come out. They're going to run that traditional wing tee offense, and they do it well.
They do, and as Coach Cagle said, the guys, they're going to have to read what they're supposed to be reading, not get distracted by something else going on, and just find those cues that are going to tip them off to where the ball's at. We've joked we're going to have to be on top of our cues up here.
We're going to have to key on some things ourselves to keep up with that football. It's all about deception. You got players running all over the backfield, and you just got to watch the ball.
And it can wear you down as a defense.
Yep.
McMinn, they played a tough defensive game last week, a great defensive game against Cleveland. That was really a battle, and so it can really wear you down defensively and keep possession of the ball for a long time.
McMinn County comes into the game. They're playing, of course, also out of Region 4 5A. They are 1-1 overall, 0-0 in the region. So this is the first region game for both of these teams. McMinn, after a 50-0 victory over McMinn Central, in Week 2 we traveled down to Cleveland High School. Man, it was a hard-fought defensive game, and McMinn came up on the short end of it, a 6-3 loss to Cleveland a week ago. In the first two games, McMinn has featured really a strong defensive unit, giving up only those 6 points. Jared, they're going to have to play well tonight to give the Cherokees a chance to win.
They are, and hope they got enough rest last week. They definitely earned it. A couple of days off, I'm sure, watch film, things like that. But they really played 4 great quarters, and just one busted play was kind of the difference in that ball game between the Blue Raiders and the Cherokees.
Well, it's a nice night here. It's a cloudy night. We've had a little rain earlier this evening. I was here about 5:30 or so, and it had just rained just a little bit around town. But it is cloudy. There's a chance for some storms possibly. The temperature is about 80 degrees. Right now it's a little humid.
I was going to say the humidity, I think, jumped when the rainstorm came through.
Yeah, it is a little sticky out here, a little humid out there, so we'll have to watch these players for muscle cramps, which seems to happen a lot early in the season. But, Jared, let's go ahead and let's take a look at the starting lineups. We'll start with Ray County. Both teams are making their way onto the field. They haven't ran out yet, but I'll watch for the coin toss, and you hit the starting lineups.
Looking at the offensive line for the Golden Eagles, it'll be right tackle 50, Maurice Shirley, a junior. Right guard 62, Andrew King, a sophomore. Center will be 52, Ty Masters, a sophomore. Left guard is 53, Leland Dye, a freshman. And another freshman on the line, left tackle 72, Chase Wilkie. Quarterback will be number 12, Caleb Martin, a junior. Wingbacks, 22, Briley Mayberry, a junior. Also 32, Ethan Davis, another junior. Fullback will be 23, Latron Alloway, a sophomore. And the wide receivers will be number 8, Bryce Dupree, a junior, and 21, Keyshawn Smith, a sophomore. On the defensive side for Ray County, it'll be the defensive tackles will be 50, Maurice Shirley again, 59, Austin Dodd. And then the nose guard will be 67, Michael Green. He's a junior. Linebacking core include 4 of them, 44, Hunter Crow, a junior. Alloway also will play back there. Number 24, Cole Mayberry, a junior. And number 3, Bryson Davis, a senior. The cornerbacks will include 22, Briley Mayberry, and number 1, Cam Potts, who is a sophomore. Dupree and Martin will also play in the free safety position, so several players going two ways there. Cole Ruling will handle the kicking duties, number 13. He's a senior. And the quarterback will punt. That will be Caleb Martin, who will punt. And a lot of similarities. He likes to run. He can throw it, too. So him and Jaden Miller kind of have a lot of similar action in their games.
They do. Captains going out to midfield before we head down the Cherokee starting lineup. Captains for the Cherokees are number 16, Hester, 41, Fagans, 3, Hensley, and a new captain out there tonight. That's Nolan Brown, number 4. For Ray County, it's Caleb Martin, Maurice Shirley, and Trent Edwards.
All right, for the offensive line for McMinn County, they will be protecting Jaden Miller tonight. It'll be right tackle 61, Eli Patton, 6'2", 269-pound junior. Right guard is 53, J.C. Falls, 5'11", 230-pound junior. Center will be 62, Genoa Robinson, 5'11", 287-pound junior. Left guard, 65, Luke Chenard, the 6'2", 246-pound senior. Left tackle, 77, Camden Goforth, 6'3", 260-pound freshman. Again, Jaden Miller, number 9, the quarterback, 6'1", 193-pound senior. Tailback will be Cody Thompson, number 21. He's a 5'8", 130-pound senior. Halfback, Caden Hester, number 16, 6'2", 150-pound senior. Wideouts include number 2, Hayden Smith, 6'3", 160-pound senior. Number 3, Luke Hensley, the 5'9", 150-pound senior. And 26, Ethan Faulkner, 6 foot, 163-pound junior. You also see Davion Evans out there as well, maybe Aiden Wilson at the halfback. You will also, on the defensive side, it'll be defensive end 57, Caden Melton, 6 foot, 165-pound sophomore. Interior lineman is 55, Jackson Montgomery, 5'11", 205-pound sophomore. Aiden Wilson, number 99, 6 foot, 220-pound senior. The other defensive end is 19, Josh Rouse, 6 foot, 188-pound junior.
Cherokee is coming out onto the field, Jared, so a lot of excitement. We've got a nice full crowd now, and as you noted, Ray County, now they're entering the field. They got a nice crowd, too. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, you're good.
But exciting time when the Cherokees come out.
It is a packed house for sure, and the man leading them through the banner was 41, Landon Fagans. He will start at middle linebacker, 6'2", 204 junior. Also in the linebacking core includes 44, Luke Sliger, 5'10", 169-pound junior. Number 4, Nolan Brown, who's one of the captains as well, 5'11", 171-pound senior. Cornerbacks include number 7, Davion Evans, 5'5", 130-pound senior. Number 3, Luke Hensley as well will go both ways. And Jaden Miller and Caden Hester will start at safety, and they'll play both ways tonight. Spencer Sullins, as we are well aware, and big fan of Spencer Sullins up here, number 82. He'll handle the kicking and punting duties. 6'3", 210-pound junior. Holder will be Caden Hester, and the long snapper will be J.C. Falls.
Of course, Spencer Sullins a week ago at Cleveland hits the 49-yard field goal. We know it had another 5 to 10 yards capability. It might have been good from 55 if he needed it to be.
Yes.
And then also 4 punts, averaged 40 yards last week against Cleveland. So he's doing an outstanding job. Well, the Cherokees have won the toss, and Jared, they've chosen to receive the football. You know, a week ago they won the toss, deferred to the second half. This week they've decided they're going to go on offense first.
I think trying to get the offense some momentum early. They seemed to sputter several times last week against Cleveland. I know Coach Cagle was not happy with the way they just couldn't get anything established, and so we'll see. Maybe taking it first will be a little different outcome here. It's Evans and I believe Faulkner back.
Faulkner back, yes. And Ray County is going to be kicking from our right to our left, so they're going to be kicking from the scoreboard side towards the school. McMinn is in there all black. They have new jerseys this year, black pants, black shirts, black helmets, trimmed in gold. And then we have Ray County in all white tonight. They're white and green, have green helmets with the golden wings down each side. Look like the Philadelphia Eagles when I think about green numerals. And here is the opening kickoff. It's going to go deep to Davion Evans. He's going to have it at the 1-yard line to the 5, looking for some running room, makes a move over the 15, but he's going to go down at the 16-yard line. He had to chase that back. In fact, his momentum, Jared, as he caught the ball, really going the wrong way.
It did. I think it just kind of misjudged when it left the foot. I thought it was going to curl out of bounds, but it kind of corrected course. And, of course, he was stuck on the short side of the field at that point.
Not great field position for the Cherokees. And they will come out having it 1st and 10. Jaden Miller back there, and that is going to be Cody Thompson getting the start. We have trips receivers to the left side, one to the right. And right off the bat, it looks like Ray County has jumped off sides, their nose guard. So he falls for a little cadence there. It's hard to do that on the first play of the game. A little anxious, I guess, but that's going to mark the ball up 5 yards, up to the 21-yard line, where it's still going to be first down. Now it's first down and 5. Jaden Miller, Cody Thompson. Again, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Here's the snap. It's going to be taken by – he fakes it to Thompson. Miller keeps it, but he's not finding any running room at all. He's going to lose a yard back to the 20. And, Jared, this is something I talked to Coach Cagle about. Really, Jaden Miller just hasn't got going this year. I mean, I think teams are really keying on him. He said that teams don't want him to beat them. So even on these reads, they are keying on him. It's making it tough going. 2nd down and 6. This time he keeps again up the middle. He finds a hole this time. He's up over the 35 to the 40, 50, 45. Makes a little move inside the 30-yard line, pushed out of bounds. And just as we say, teams are keying on him, he breaks a nice run. He's going to be all the way down to the Ray County 27. Man, we've been waiting 3 games for that.
We have, and the only person that stopped him and could chase him down was their quarterback, Caleb Martin, who was playing in the safety spot as well. And so Jaden Miller just found the hole in the middle and kept it going.
Boy, needed a big play like that. So it's a 1st and 10 at the Ray County 27. Here's the snap. They're back on the ball quickly. Here comes Cody Thompson. He's got some positive yardage. He's going to be inside the 25. I think they'll mark it at the 23-yard line. That's the case. So that's a pickup of 4 yards. So not bad production there.
Definitely not.
2nd down and 6. 5 plays on this drive. Haven't put it in the air yet. Miller waiting for the snap, and there it is. And now he looks to pass. He's looking downfield for Faulkner in the end zone. It's knocked away at the last second, and that was Caleb Martin. The quarterback turned safety as well. So he knocks it away. It was right on target, but he played it really well.
He did, just kind of gave a look back, found the ball, and tipped it to the back line.
He is a talented young man back there. It reminds me a little bit of a year ago, the Loudon quarterback who played was so talented on offense, but also played safety on defense. Here is, Miller's going to keep it, looking around the left side. He's got some running room again inside the 15, and he's going to have another Cherokee 1st down. So they are finding some running room for Jaden Miller, and that is so good to see. And we're going to mark this one at the 13-yard line, so it's a pickup of 10. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cherokees. Ball on the 13-yard line. Cody Thompson still in the backfield. He's going to get the carry, and it's going to be straight up the middle, find some running room. We had a Cherokee blocker whose helmet came off.
Eli Patton has to come out off of that, and Jabari White will come in for him.
The carry was good to the 7-yard line, so it's a pickup of 6 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 4. Cherokee's looking to the sideline to get the signal. Got a nice drive going right here. I think they're going to keep it on the ground, finding some success. Although a lot of guys coming down inside a couple of yards of the line of scrimmage. Here goes Miller up the middle. He's going to be in the end zone. Touchdown, Cherokees with 9:43 to go. They just faked it to Thompson. He read the play, and Jaden Miller goes 7 yards for the Cherokee touchdown. It's 6-0.
There we go. I can't imagine that Bo Cagle is more than happy right there with that first drive by the Cherokees.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Exactly what the Cherokees were wanting to do. They drove it right down the field. Just one pass attempt on the 9-play drive. It went incomplete, but the run was very, very effective. Okay, Sullins in to attempt the extra point. It's down. The kick is up. It is good. 9:43 to go in the first quarter. McMinn County leads 7-0. We'll take a 60-second break.
Madison Avenue Pharmacy, your independently owned Health Mart pharmacy, offers services you wouldn't expect from a traditional pharmacy. They know that taking more than one medication can get confusing, so they offer special packaging to help organize your medications by day and time. This service can be life-changing to patients and caregivers of patients taking several medications throughout the day. Ask about the free delivery service. Madison Avenue Pharmacy, 1001 West Madison Avenue, Athens. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Companion Funeral Home of Athens is thankful to have served thousands of families since opening their doors in 2017. If you thought about making pre-arrangements to take the burden off your family and make sure your wishes are carried out when the time comes, they'll treat you with respect and assist you with the process as though you're a member of their own family. They also accept pre-arrangements from other funerals. For a no-obligation consultation, give Robbie Cody at Companion Funeral Home a call at 423-453-2302 or stop by 400 South.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, McMinn leading in the first quarter, 9:43, 7-0. Spencer Sullins has the ball set, getting ready to kick off. Again, he is kicking from left to right, headed towards the scoreboard. Ray County has 2 receivers back to take kick, and here it is. It's a long, high kick that's going to carry into the end zone. No run back, and that's what you need Sullins doing.
Terry, we'll take a real minute. September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and Spencer Sullins, Cherokee's kicker, he is going to try to be raising money along with kickit.org by making a one-time donation or making a pledge. For every point Spencer scores this season, you can help end childhood cancer. So far, Cherokee fans have donated almost $2,000 for children's cancer research, and $24 has been pledged per point every time the ball goes through the uprights. Join the team Kick It with Spencer at kick-it.org. His goal is to score 50 points for children's cancer research this season.
Outstanding, and I think he's already at his goal. He may have to increase his goal a little. Here is a quick snap by Ray County. It's played very well. It's going to be a gain of 1, and that is that 32, Ethan Davis. Yeah. Ethan Davis did not play against Alcoa, but he is back tonight.
Actually, it's 23.
23, Latron Alloway.
Yep,
Alloway on the carry that time. Davis is in the lineup, however, and again, did not play in week 1. They're happy to get him back. It was a pickup of 1 yard on the play, so it's going to be 2nd down and 9. Nice play. That defensive front for the Cherokees have played good. Boy, they're snapping it quick. This time it is Davis, and he finds room to the outside. He's up over the 40. Hester's chasing him, pushes him out of bounds. He was over the 50-yard line, so that time they do find some running room, basically off tackle. And again, that time it was, in fact, Ethan Davis on the run. He gets pushed out at the McMinn 46-yard line.
And he's a guy that last year had a big game and somebody that Cherokees really have to key in on and just kind of got to the outside edge.
33-yard pickup by Ray County. So they are looking to try and answer that quick score. I was going to say you can see exactly why McMinn chose to take the kick.
Yes.
They made something of it. Ray County runs to the line and snaps it. It's going to be coming back to the left side, and this time that is Alloway again, but the defense is right there. It's only a short gain, maybe a gain of 1. Actually they mark it at the 46 again, so it's no gain. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. So they are sending what receivers they have kind of break the huddle. Then they all hustle up to the line of scrimmage, and, man, they are just it's just a quick snap.
It's almost like they're not getting set. I'll be honest, Terry. The center will go up, and now the wide receivers go out, and then the rest of the team's sitting here in a dead sprint. and there's not much time when they get set.
Well, that's the truth. And here comes Davis around the right end again, kind of that play where he gained 33 before. This time not so much, but he does have positive yardage. He's going to be down to the McMinn 41-yard line, so it is a pickup this time of 5 yards. You're exactly right. I mean, they are just – you have to be set for a second, and they're right on that line.
There is a small line between that. So
a big third down right here for the Cherokee defense. It's going to be 3rd and 5. They could be in 4-down territory in that they are already into Cherokee territory.
Now they've got 2 on the right side at wideout.
Yep, and I think you got to watch the cadence the way they're running this too. Here comes Davis around the right side. He finds some running room, and he's going to push himself forward over the first down marker. And that was just basically a sweep to the right side. I just think they had more blockers out there, and we have a player down on the right side. That could be Jaden Miller.
And it looks like it is.
So Miller is down on the far sideline. The run itself is going to be enough for a first down, but right now the concern is on not only the safety, Jaden Miller, but remember, he is our quarterback as well. So with the injury, we're going to go ahead and take a 60-second break. We'll be back to Cherokee Stadium in 60 seconds.
Hiwassee Builder Supply has been a part of our community for over 60 years. Hiwassee started in 1958 with a humble store on the square in downtown Athens and a lumber yard located on top of Depot Hill. They've grown ever since. Success should never be selfish. That's why the folks at Hiwassee believe their business has not only an opportunity, but a responsibility to contribute to the successful growth of the community in which we live and work. Hiwassee Builder Supply is proud to support our local schools and student athletes.
L&M Motors, your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer, is a proud supporter of McMinn County Cherokee athletics. Brothers Leon and Marvin Hammond founded L&M Motors back in 1966. And under Kevin Hammond's direction, it's still going strong at 1001 South White Street in Athens. Go see Kevin and the crew at L&M Motors today and tell them the voice of the Cherokees, Terry Patrick, sent you.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, 7:31 to go here in the first quarter. McMinn leads 7-0, and Jaden Miller is up. He is walking by himself back across the field. Trainer is following him, but Jared, he looks like he's walking pretty good.
Yeah, he does. I don't know that it was any, at least lower extremity area, so we'll see if he's able to get back in there after Levi checks him out there, the trainer for McMinn County Athletics.
Yeah, it's hard for us to say anything much up here. I can just tell you he's walking pretty normally coming off the field. Might have just got his bell rung down there, so to speak, a stinger of some type or something like that. He's talking to Coach Cagle on the sideline, and let's hope he's okay and returns to the game. So it was a first down run. The ball's marked at the 34-yard line. It was a pickup of 6. They needed 5. They got 6. So the ball marked again at the 34-yard line. It's first down and 10 for Ray coming around the left side.
That was Mayberry, I believe.
Yep, Briley Mayberry around the left side, but he's going to be tackled for no gain. In fact, maybe a loss that goes back to the 35, so it is a loss of 1. Going to bring up second down and 11, and that's what we're looking for. This defensive front for the Cherokees, and we talked a little bit about this in the coaches show, but for the Cherokees, starting 2 sophomores and a junior, Josh Rouse, who has never played defensive line. He played linebacker a year ago, and of course then you have Aiden Wilson leading the way there at senior. He's at a new position, went from defensive end to tackle. So these guys have, through 2 games, these guys have played pretty strong.
They have, and credit to them for getting themselves prepared in these new roles. And it looks like now Raycon is going to call a timeout. But this defensive line has been very impressive through 2 games.
Timeout. We'll take another 30-second break. 6:44 to go here in the first quarter. McMinn leading Ray County 7-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
There's more than you think at Tennessee Wesleyan University. Over 30 traditional undergraduate academic programs are complemented by master's degrees in teaching, business, nursing, and occupational therapy. If you have some college under your belt and want to finish what you've started, TWU offers degree completion in nursing, management, and criminal justice, all three of which are completely online. So, however you're looking to earn your college degree, TWU has a place for you. For more, visit tnwesleyan.edu.
We are back at Cherokee Stadium. We're keeping an eye on Jaden Miller on the sideline. They do have his pads off. Looks like they are addressing maybe a shoulder injury to his right shoulder, wrapping that up. I'm not telling you he's out of the game or anything. I think they're just tending to that. And remember, I guess we might expect to see Brady Mullins. He is who we saw come in that first game against Central as the backup for Miller. So he is probably beginning to think about the next series. Here's the ball coming on a reverse, and they're going to look to pass it as well. It's a reverse pass, and it's going to be complete. There was also a flag down. That's likely going to be a defensive pass interference, but the pass was complete. It was Bryce Dupree who took the ball on the reverse, and then he looked to pass downfield. So we'll see. I think they'll just take the play if it is pass interference. It is pass interference on McMinn. So that is declined, so they'll take the play, and we'll call it the 9-yard line of McMinn is where that is completed down to. So it's going to be first down and goal for Ray County at the McMinn 9-yard line. And, Jared, this game might just be just about what we imagined.
It is, and that's what the wing tee does is some trick plays like that or a little reverse pass.
Here's Davis. Aiden Miller is jumping on his back, trying to bring him down. He's going to have a couple of yards. Aiden Wilson caught him kind of from behind. Wilson now coming out of the guy. I think his helmet came off. Yep. That's a tough break. Coming in for the Cherokees is going to be Christian Edwards, 5'11", 213, just a freshman. So Edwards coming into the game, the freshman. So now you got a freshman, 2 sophomores, and a junior across that line.
Looks like they gave him just a yard on this one.
Yeah,
a long yard.
Down to the 8. So we'll call it second down and goal from the 8-yard line. Goes into motion. This one's up right up the middle. It's going to be played pretty good by McMinn. Again, maybe another yard or two. Here comes Aiden Wilson back into the game.
That was all the way up the middle, just kind of a turn. Instead of the sweep, they just go straight up the middle.
So it's a pickup of 2 down to the 6-yard line. Third down and goal from the 6-yard line. Boy, this is a great opportunity to kind of to bow up right here for this defense. 5:34 to go here in the first quarter. McMinn leading Ray County 7-0, but Ray County's knocking on the door. Third down and goal from the 6. They hurry up to the line again. Here's the snap. Looks like they're moving. Now they're going to throw a pass, and it is complete to the tight end. And that is that number 1 there, Jared?
Dupree.
It is Dupree. Okay, number 8, Dupree catches the pass. So there was some fake handoffs there. McMinn played the handoffs. Looked like a running back was going to get the football, and they have a nice, they're really already I'm seeing that they're throwing more out of this than we thought they would.
A lot more than they did a year ago for sure. And now the officials are
holding things up for a second.
Maybe the play clock or something. They're trying to get something adjusted.
Yep. Looking up here into the press box.
I'm glad they're not looking at us.
They're not looking at us. We have nothing to do with the scoreboard or the play clock.
It's never good when the head coach and the referees are looking up at you.
Ray gets on the board with 5:02 to go. It's 7-6, but the point after is pending here for the Golden Eagles. It was a 6-yard TD pass.
It looks like they're going to add about 13 seconds back onto the clock, somewhere in that neighborhood. Yep. They're back at 5:15.
They're communicating all this now here to the press box. So here is Cole Ruling in for the extra point. It's down, it's up, and it is good. So 5:15 to go. We've got a tie game here in the first quarter between McMinn and Ray County. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
At Capstar Bank, we are listening. We want to earn not just your business,
but your confidence and loyalty. Capstar Bank is locally owned and operates with a higher level of personalization and passion for greatness than any bank you've ever encountered. Capstar Bank, with locations in Athens, Etowah, Cleveland, Sweetwater, Madisonville, and East Tennessee, and online at capstarbank.com. Capstar Bank, we're listening. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Getting a good night's sleep is essential to your quality of life. So your mattress is one of the most important purchases you'll ever make. When it comes to comfort, one size doesn't fit all. The friendly staff at Plaza Electronics can help you find the right fit with brands like Tempur-Pedic, Serta, High Comfort, and Beauty Rest. They also have lift beds and lift chairs, offering free delivery and setup, 12 months, same as cash. Proudly serving this area for over 32 years, Plaza Electronics and Appliances. Visit them at their new location in the former home of Staples at 1609 Congress Parkway South, Athens.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, 5:15 to go in the first quarter. McMinn and Ray County are tied up. Ruling is getting ready to kick off. And Faulkner and Davion Evans are back to receive them. They're back a little deeper this time. It's a good kick. It's going to be taken again at about the 3-yard line by Davion Evans to the 15, up over or right at the 20-yard line, maybe just the 19. Just needed another block or two down that sideline. And let's see who is coming in at quarterback. It looks like Jaden Miller's ready to go.
Yeah, he's back out there.
Officially at the, actually it was
24.
Yeah, the 24. I read that wrong. So it's at the McMinn 24-yard line. So not bad field position there. Jaden Miller back in the game. We know he has that right shoulder wrapped up. McMinn had a great series on their first series that ended in a touchdown. Here's Cody Thompson right up the middle. Can't find any running room. He's going to be lucky to get back to the, well, they're going to give him a little bit. Let's say the 25. They'll give him a yard on that. McMinn 25 is going to be a second down and 9.
And that one, it just, I think some busted coverage on the outside got him tied up pretty quickly in the middle.
We talked about, just jokingly, about hope we don't see Reggie White out there, but they do have a number 92 defensive end. It's not Reggie White. Here goes Miller around the left side trying to find some running room. Can't really find anything. They played that pretty well. He may have inched forward for another yard. Yeah, we'll call it actually a couple up to the 27-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and 7. And will we see McMinn put it up in the air? Only one pass attempt so far. It fell incomplete. McMinn's first drive was a 9-play drive that ended with a Miller 7-yard touchdown run. 3rd down and 7. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it to Thompson, looking for some running room. Again, finds only a little. He's going to be up to, they're going to mark him on the 30-yard line. He picks up 3 more. And that's going to bring up 4th and a long 4, and it's going to bring up a punting situation. Spencer Sullins coming into the game. Got a couple of fire trucks going by. If you hear sirens behind us, a couple of fire trucks that are running up the road behind the end zone.
And this is where McMinn has a big advantage in the high school game if they can pin them back deep.
It's a good snap. Sullins gets it away. It's not one of his better kicks. It gets to the 50-yard line, and that one went off the side of his foot, I believe. I tell you, I was watching him boom punts in pregame. That one he just didn't hit up to his expectations. It's going to go over the 50. We'll call it the 4. Actually, they're going to call it right at the 50-yard line. So Sullins punts, and Ray County takes over exactly at midfield, right at the 50-yard line.
And that's commentator's curse right there on the punt. I will take that one, and I will apologize to Spencer. I'll have to get on the donation kick here for his kick against childhood cancer.
That might cost you like a $25 donation or something. Ray County coming back out again. It's really, this offense is really odd. I mean, they send their wide receivers and their center to the ball, and they even get in the position to sprint. You know, they get ready like a sprinter does. Here's a handoff to Brown around the right side. Safeties are coming up. He's hit by 3 or 4. Hensley's in there. Aiden Wilson is in there. Hester may have been in there, I believe he was. And it's no gain.
Yeah.
Coming up quick but we also know that Ray County has some trickery in them. They've already thrown a pass out of a reverse, so they're not afraid to try some trick plays here. They already did it in the first quarter. It's 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Kind of been a long one, and we're all knotted up. Ray County 7, McMinn 7. Ray County to the line. 2nd and 10. Hands off to Davis. Davis finding some running room. Fagan's going to take him down after about a 7-yard gain. Going to be down to the McMinn 43-yard line. And that's going to bring up another third. We've had a few third downs. Haven't been able to stop Ray County. 3rd down and 3.
They were 2 for 2 on their first drive, picking them up.
3rd and 3.
Be nice to see one of those tackles for loss right in here. Here comes the play call. That is Keyshawn Smith bringing in the play, the sophomore wide receiver. Down to the line. Here's the handoff to Davis to the right side. They're using that play a lot. He's going to be marked, I think, maybe short of the first down. That was what the first mark looked like. I think they're going to give it to him.
It's going to be close.
He's got to. I think he's got to get on the line.
Say it's 4th.
It's 4th and inches. I guess we'll officially call that the 41 because if it was on the 40, but I mean it is inches away. 4th down and inches.
Got to think Martin may just keep this over the line, but
4th and short.
You also they might take that and sweep Davis around the outside.
And now there's a penalty flag.
False start.
False start, and they finally got the false start call. And in that time, he came up to the line, but he didn't take the snap as quickly as he normally does. So it's going to go back to what we'll call, again, the 46. It's more like it's resting on the 45. And, hey, this might change their decision. I think that Martin's going to come in and punt. And now we got another flag down. It looks like a sideline warning. Yeah. On Ray County. Nope,
McMinn.
My bad. Sideline warning on McMinn. So Caleb Martin, the quarterback, in at punter right now. You got to watch that because they're in McMinn territory at the 46-yard line. Here is a high snap. He fields it, gets the punt away. It doesn't look like a very good punt. Went off the side of his foot. So McMinn County is going to have great field position. Let's see where they mark it.
And that was actually ruling that came into punt, so maybe not.
It was ruling, okay.
Punt. Martin's out there, but I think he was one of the kind of the gunners to take off to cover it.
All right, they're going to mark this at the 36-yard line. So both teams, after scoring on their first drives, on the second drives, they exchange punts. McMinn takes over with their best field position of the evening at the 36-yard line. Jaden Miller brings his team out there. This time, Davion Evans in the backfield. Evans' first action of the night. He gets the call. He's looking to break a tackle and does. Gets up over the 40, falls awkwardly there. Kind of went backwards.
Evans on the carry.
Made me kind of grimace a little bit.
Yeah, it did. Up to the 40. He's going to pick up 4. Every time Davion Evans touches the ball, he looks like he could break it with just breaking one tackle. He could go all the way.
Well, he did. A little hesitation move got him free there.
And here's Davion Evans again. This time he finds some running room. And by the way, that is Hester in at quarterback.
Okay.
So Caden Hester in now at quarterback. They're giving a rest, I guess, to Miller. So the ball up to the 49-yard line of McMinn is a pickup of 9, and it's a first down. Hester hands off to Davion Evans. That's a straight handoff. There's flags down everywhere.
Evans on the carry.
So we'll wait and see what the call is here. And it looks like it's going to be holding on McMinn. That's probably going to back them up 10 yards. It is holding.
Holding against the Cherokee.
That was quick. And so they're going to mark this one off. I think it's going to take it back to about the 40-yard line of McMinn. It's still going to be first down. So Hester, we talked about him all off-season and building up to the start of the season. The Swiss Army knife guy. He's the utility guy. Plays so many positions. He's in at quarterback.
It's going to be a tough matchup from him. He's taking a lot of snaps from under center.
Yep.
And obviously McMinn runs more of a shotgun format, and they're just going to let the quarter run out, it looks like.
Yep, they're going to talk about this for sure. So that is, in fact, the end of the first quarter, and it ends with Ray County and McMinn County knotted at 7. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Athens and Shore, we're here for you. When you call, we'll be there. Nothing we can't do. With integrity and excellence, we will see it through. Nothing too hard for us to handle. Nothing we can't do. At Athens and Shore, we'll be here for you.
Athens Insurance, serving East Tennessee since 1931.
Count on Star Regional Medical Center for emergency care close to home. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, including the higher levels of heart care found in an accredited chest pain center. Because when illnesses, injuries, strokes, and heart attacks strike, every minute matters. Star Regional Medical Center. From the routine to the unforeseen, count on us. Learn more at starregional.com.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, we are starting the second quarter. We're all knotted up with Ray County. McMinn 7, Ray County 7. And it's first down and 20 for the Cherokees after the 10-yard holding penalty. They've got it at their own 40, and now they've switched sides of the field. Now McMinn headed right to left or headed towards the school. In at quarterback is Caden Hester. Out is Jaden Miller. They're tending to his shoulder. Here's the snap. It's faked. Hester keeps it, has a nice run up the middle, finds some running room, gets about 10 yards up to the 49-yard line. The McMinn 49.
Just a good keeper by Hester to get up the middle and gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Exactly. So it's going to be second down and 10. Nice job by Hester. He looks pretty comfortable out there.
He does. And I think the senior class, the experience he's had, helps him in that, being prepared for something like this.
Hand off to Cody Thompson, looking to find some running room around the right side, and he does get over the 50 down to the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of only 2, so it's going to bring up third down and 8.
He kind of rolled for even that 2 yards over his own player.
He did. He was down, but he was rolling on his own player, allowed him to pick up some positive yardage. So third down, about 6. Caden Hester in the backfield, and the Cadence pulls him off. So that's going to get 5 yards. Nice job right there by Hester and his Cadence. And Jaden Miller now on the sideline without pads on. So we're going to see, I don't know how long, can't speculate about the injury or anything like that, but they've got him iced down right now. Caden, this may be Caden Hester football game at quarterback. So third down and 1 now. Big third down. Like to keep this drive going for sure. Ball on the 42-yard line. Handoff. It's going to have enough for the first down. That's Thompson breaking free inside the 30, and it was a shoestring tackle that stopped him.
That was Potts that just dove to catch his shoelace and did.
So inside the 30 to the Ray 29.
Cherokee.
That's the second third down conversion for the Cherokee so far tonight.
So first and 10. Hester has his team back up there quickly. Cody Thompson in the backfield. He's already been effective tonight, as has Hester back there. And now there's a whistle.
They're going to say, I believe it's offsides on them again.
I think somebody lined up in the neutral zone for Ray County. And, of course, in high school football, we talk about this a lot. You don't have to jump offsides. If you line up in the neutral zone, they can call the offsides penalty immediately before you even get back or have an opportunity to get back. So another 5 yards puts it at the 24-yard line of Ray. So a nice drive going here by Hester and the Cherokees. Here's the snap. Handoff. Nope, Hester's going to keep it around the right end. He's got some running room. He's inside the 20. He's close to another first down. A helmet went flying. It was for the Golden Eagles. Just for a second, I thought that was a football flying through there, or somebody's head.
It was several yards away from the play.
Boy, it is really close to a first down. I guess they're going to mark it at the 20. So it's going to be second down. I think that's second and 1. We had the 5-yard penalty. Second and 1 handoff is to, that's Davion Evans around the left side. He's going to go into the end zone. It's going to be a 20-yard touchdown run for Davion Evans, and the Cherokees have jumped back into the lead again. 10 minutes, 10 seconds to go. McMinn County on the 20-yard run by Davion Evans leads Ray County 13-7 with a point after coming.
Outstanding blocking there, gets him through the gap and beats the man to the pylon.
Okay, so here is, they are lined up for the extra point. They always get in that formation that allows them to run a couple of different plays, but they do get into the regular point after formation. Sullins is out there ready to kick. Hester is holding. We'll be calling his name a lot tonight. And I think there was an offsides right there. They went ahead with the kick. It was good, but I think they had blown the play dead. So
offsides against the Golden Eagles.
they're going to replay that, or if we can decline. Coach Cagle's trying to decline the penalty bid. I think they called the play dead because the kick was low, but it did go through the uprights. It was good. But I think they had stopped play at that point.
And I think that's not anything on Spencer kicking. I think he heard the whistle and just took a practice kick.
Yeah, exactly.
See if I can bunt one through the uprights is his mode.
So
they're going to decline.
Well, they are. Are they going to give him the opportunity to decline?
Yep, he waved it off.
There's a lot of confusion out there.
So they're going to have to
They are going to. Well, maybe they declined. They didn't want the yardage. So going through the process again, the kick is up and the kick is good. So 10 minutes, 10 seconds to go. The kick is good. McMinn leads 14-7. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Are you frustrated with extensive lead times on materials you need for your home improvement or construction projects? All Things Exterior has a great selection of materials, many of which they can get to you in a matter of days, not months. Need a metal roof? They've got you covered. Need new vinyl siding? They've got you covered. Need new gutters? They've got you covered. Don't forget about windows, doors, decks, and more. Go see what they can do for you at All Things Exterior, 723 Congress Parkway South in Athens.
Osmond's Flooring has just received truckload after truckload of over 15 styles and colors of first-quality waterproof plank flooring for the insanely low prices of $1.89 and $1.99 per square foot while supplies last. And don't forget, they have over 80 styles and colors for every price point and budget. They'll price match and beat anything. So bring your truck. Or they have the best professional installers around and can usually get the job done within a week. Absolutely worth the drive and easy to find. Osmond Flooring, 2412 South Congress Parkway, across from McMinn County High School in Athens.
All right, back at Cherokee Stadium, 10 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the second quarter. McMinn leads Ray County 14-7. And Jared, what I'm seeing happening right now, they had to run somebody onto the kickoff team. And when a player like Jaden Miller goes out, who's such a part, he's on defense, offense, he's part of some special teams, then it leaves that gap in there that no one sometimes thinks about. Somebody has to fill his slot. I think someone just had to do that on the kickoff team.
And I would say it's probably three different players.
Yeah.
Obviously, Hester is one of them on the offensive side. They believe Nunez has played some safety for him on the defensive side, number 6 for the Cherokees.
Here's the kick by Sullins. It's going to go way into the end zone, almost out of the end zone. And I'm telling you, he just gets better and better.
It is. It's just a thing of beauty to watch against the lights here at Cherokee Stadium.
So defense coming back onto the field. And again, you've got Jaden Miller out of the game. Who's in there? And that is Malachi Nunez in at safety. Now, Miller didn't play all the time on defense, so you've got guys that are used to being in there when he's not in. So, but certainly he was an effective defensive player. That's why he was out there even in the injury. So here it goes, 1st and 10. The Golden Eagles, they're going to carry it around the right side. He's going to be hit hard. Rouse is there. Fagans is there. They took him down hard, pickup of 3.
That was Davis once again. He's their go-to back.
Yep, he is.
Met first by Rouse and Fagan.
So it's going to be a pickup of 3. You're right, Jared. He's ran it more than anyone tonight for sure.
And I know Coach Cagle talked about it in the pregame. The helmet's popping right there on that one. You heard it.
We've seen a lot of that. We've seen guys already come out of the game. We've seen helmets flying off tonight, so just about what we expected. Ray County down on the line quickly. This time it's, oh, nice. Hester coming in. Hester. We're going to call that name all night. On the carry was Mayberry. And I think he's going to lose back to the
21.
21, I think. Yep. So, yeah, they finally marked the ball there. So it's a loss of 2. Hester came flying up.
Just took his, hey, you take the legs out, the ball carrier can't go anywhere.
He plays, I guess, officially a safety position, but they roam him all over the place back there. He comes up. He came up quick right there. Big third down right here. Let's get off the field defense. 3rd down and 9. They're going to look to pass. It's a slant over the middle. It's complete. It's going to be enough for the first down. Fagans is going to bring him down over the 40-yard line. Bryce Dupree. Nothing fancy about that. A couple of fake handoffs and then just a slant pattern over the middle. McMinn wasn't there to stop it, so it's going to be a 1st and 10. We'll call it the 42-yard line of Ray County. That's a pickup of 21 yards. They needed 9. They get 21. 1st down and 10.
Definitely their biggest play of the night, I believe, especially through the air.
So Ray County trying to answer the score that McMinn had.
Shaping up to be the game of the week that it has been hyped up to be.
Rolling around the left side is going to be tackled for a loss. Hensley gets the quarterback. And they're gonna give him a lot of forward motion. He was probably tackled about 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but they're gonna mark him all the way up at about we'll call it the 38-yard line. So still a loss of 4 yards on the play. Again, these corners and these safeties for McMinn are coming up fast.
Yes, they are. And Luke Hensley, again, you take the legs out from the ball carrier. He wrapped up a leg and just went down with him, and good job just keeping him wrapped up in the backfield.
They were almost moving again before the snap. Here's a long pass down the field, and it's Hensley who makes a diving interception.
Back-to-back plays for Luke Hensley.
Luke Hensley was with their wide receiver step by step, and at the last moment just went sky high to make the interception, and that's going to give the ball back to McMinn. And I tell you, this Cherokee defense has been looking for another turnover. They had a couple there in the first game against Central. No turnovers a week ago, and now they have one.
Outstanding play. He read that one perfectly in the air, kind of came back to it, and actually let the receiver go back a little bit and then called it right in front of him.
The ball's going to be at the McMinn 32-yard line. That's where they're going to have it 1st and 10. Caden Hester again in at quarterback. Jaden Miller is out with a shoulder injury right now. They're going to give the ball to Davion Evans. He's looking for some running room, tries to make a move. He does find some room up over the 35-yard line. He kind of did that all on his own, just outran people to the sideline.
That was just, it's almost like the one in Central where he ran across the field. This one, he just kind of goes back, but able to actually get a good chunk of yardage off of that play.
Yeah, we'll call it the 37-yard line, pickup of 5. It might be closer to 6. Nice run, Davion Evans. He's been effective tonight. Cody Thompson back. Now looking to pass is Hester down the middle. He's got a man. It's Hayden Smith. He's wide open, but he trips and falls as he tries to get some steam going forward. It's still a very nice play all the way down to the Ray County 30. A nice pass by Hester and a nice catch by Smith. He turned. I think he was so wide open he couldn't believe it. He just lost his footing.
That 30-yard line got him. But, hey, outstanding connection there from 2 basketball guys I've had the privilege to call the last couple of years. And it was a pretty well-on-the-money thrown ball there. Good spiral from Caden.
So 1st down and 10. They're moving the chains down. I think they're waiting for the chain guys to get down there.
Yes.
Come on, guys. We're ready to go. 1st and 10 from the Ray 30. Hester's your quarterback. He's going to hand it off to Cody Thompson. Big hole on the left side again. Makes a move inside the 10. Or close to it. Yeah, they're going to mark him right at the 10-yard line. That's a pickup of 20. They found something running wide.
They have, and I think Coach Cagle mentioned that
He
in the
did.
pregame. If
He
they
did
can get
mention
to the
that.
outside, they feel confident.
Well, he's exactly right. Caden Hester takes the snap, going to give Thompson again around the outside. Still another hole there, and he's going to be up. They're going to mark him short. He's down at the 1-yard line. Looked like he dove to the pylon. The pylon's down. That ought to count for something.
Usually if that goes down, it's a touchdown.
Yeah. Hayden Smith, see him waving to the sideline. I don't know if he's injured or tired, but looked like he was wanting to come out.
He's almost. Looks like they've marked him at the 2.
At the 2, so it's going to pick up of 8 yards officially. You might, I don't know, may bring that heavy package in here in a second. Second down and goal at the 2. Handoff straight up the middle for Thompson, and he is in the end zone. Cody Thompson with 7:05. McMinn on the board again. And now the score is McMinn County 20, Ray County 7 with a point after coming. What a nice drive put together right there by the Cherokees, Jared.
It was, and you reward the man that kind of got you down there a little bit. Hayden Smith did get the big pass, but Cody Thompson, they ran him pretty good right there once they got up into inside the 30.
Sullins in to attempt the point after. It is up, and it is good. 7:05 to go here in the second quarter. It's McMinn 21, Ray County 7. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
At Simmons Bank, community matters. Since 1903, we've been dedicated to serving our communities with empowered local leadership. I'm Shane Whalen, Regional President of our East Tennessee market. While some things have changed in recent years, one thing that's stronger than ever is our local team's commitment to serving our community. We offer exceptional service and unmatched expertise to provide solutions for your financial needs. A reliable partner for you because, after all, we're always better together.
Simmons Bank, member FDIC.
Madison Avenue Pharmacy, your independently owned Health Mart Pharmacy, is your partner in making healthcare more convenient by providing many services you wouldn't expect in a traditional pharmacy. They offer screenings for cholesterol, blood pressure, and blood sugar, and provide immunizations for flu, COVID-19, pneumonia, shingles, and Tdap. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 1 on Saturday. Ask about free local prescription delivery. Madison Avenue Pharmacy, 1001 West Madison Avenue, Athens. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, 7:05 to go here in the second quarter, and McMinn has stretched the lead now 21-7 over Ray County. They definitely have found something, Jarrett, to the outside.
They have, and by my calculations, on the time of possession was 28 seconds of game time. It didn't seem like it was that quick, but based on when they got the pick, when they got the pick, there's 7.5 left.
Yep, you're exactly right. Here's the kickoff by Sullins, and it's going to carry into the end zone and out of the back of the end zone. Wow. What a weapon. What a weapon.
It is. Anytime you can get a team unable to return a kickoff like that, or even punts, let's be honest, some of the punts he has, it's a huge advantage.
He is definitely, he's nailing those kickoffs tonight. So Ray County now comes out 1st and 10. They're going to have it at their own 20-yard line. And they're still scrambling up to that line of scrimmage. Here's Martin, back to pass again after the interception. He's going to go right back up. He's got a receiver, and it is dropped. He was open.
That was Davis.
Davis going down to almost the middle of the field, and he that time got behind a defender. They weren't expecting to pass on first down, that's for sure. And really, it looked like it was going to be overthrown, but he caught up to it, and then he just couldn't hold on to it.
Just kind of bobbled it, took a hard step about the 44-yard line maybe in there, and McMinn, if they'd trailed just a step closer, could have got their second interception.
They sure could have, because he bobbled it kind of backwards, and a defender was close by. So maybe that was just a confidence builder for the quarterback. Now they're going to run it. No, quarterback keeps. It's an option to the right side, and it's played perfectly by McMinn. They had everything covered there.
They did, and Davion Evans, one of the first ones, Landon Fagan's also up there. They got it. Anytime you see the pitch out there, somebody's got to take that back guy.
So the ball goes to the 20-yard line. So there's no gain on the play. And it is, in fact, 3rd down and 10. 6:27 to go here in the first half. McMinn leading Ray County 21-7 in an exciting football game. Big crowd on both sides of the stadium tonight.
Looks like we're going to get a halftime show from both bands.
Here is a handoff, and it goes to the right side. I think that's Davis, and he's going to have enough for the first down. And that time, someone missed a key because no one covered Davis. He broke into the free off the right side.
And what they did right there is they kind of ran a fake to the other side. Davis just kind of hung out for a split second longer and got free on this near side, and defense had to catch up.
Yeah, it was, in fact, pretty deceptive. I didn't exactly see the ball myself till he was headed to the near side of the field. So it is 1st and 10 now. Ball all the way up to the Ray 38-yard line.
Got it as their 4th 3rd down conversion out of 5.
Here is the handoff to the right side again, looking for running room. Has it. Picks up about 6.
Davis once again.
Davis may be tired by about the 3rd or 4th quarter, getting a lot of runs in.
Davis on the carry.
And, well, he's up over the 45, so we'll call it the Ray 46-yard line. It's 2nd down and a short 3. Clock, a little bit of a factor, I suppose. 5 minutes and 5 seconds to go, and the clock is running. They don't get in a hurry necessarily on bringing the play in, but once it's in, they hustle from the huddle to the line of scrimmage. And here is a handoff straight up the middle. Close to the first down. Probably going to give it to him.
That was 44, the fullback Hunter Crow on that one.
He has not carried the ball very much. Might have been his first carry. So it is going to be enough for the first down at the Ray 48-yard line. Notice in high school football, not a lot of measurements really, unless it's really an important time of the game. They just kind of make a decision on the field that it's a first down or it's not.
I think last week we saw it come up short there at the end of the game. That was the only time they measured so far.
Here's a handoff. It looks like that's Mayberry, I think, around the left side, and he's not going to make it to the line of scrimmage.
There's Caden Hester and Aiden Wilson back there stopping him.
Alloway on the carry for no gain. Tackled by.
It's going to be back to the line of scrimmage is what it is. Caden Hester in on that tackle. He's doing it all tonight. If you joined us a little late, Jaden Miller's out of the game, shoulder injury. Caden Hester has been running this team at quarterback, certainly capable, and he's certainly showing that tonight. So what a weapon there. Back to pass, looking downfield. Now he's going to have to scramble, still looking downfield, breaks a tackle and runs out of bounds, makes some positive yardage. That was a nice run there by Caleb Martin. Only a junior, so you got to see him again a year from now.
I thought he was a junior last year, but I guess I didn't check the stat sheet last year too good. But that was Melton chasing him down as best as he could.
Yeah, it looks like we've got a flag down too. Might be a hold here.
Ray County's backing up.
Ray County's backing up. Flag down at about the 47-yard line of Ray, and it is a holding.
Wow.
So that's going to turn. He had turned that into about a 6 or 7 yard gain, and now they're going to back them up all the way back to the 36-yard line. So it's a net loss of 12 yards. It's going to be second down. It's second down and somewhere in the neighborhood of about 22 or 23. So nice situation here for the Cherokees. Maybe they can put a stop to this drive. Second down and 21 officially. 3:36 to go in the half. Some confusion. This is a broken play. Ball's out. It's going to be recovered by the Cherokees. And that is 57.
Aiden Melton.
Melton, who, if you'll remember, recovered the punt in the end zone against Central. He'd already scored a touchdown. If he picks that thing up, and the clock is running, they're trying to stop the clock. I can see coaches on the sidelines trying to stop the clock. And it's still running, and so they're gonna have to put some time back up. The officials are.
You got to think on that fumble recovery. Sorry, Melton was on the end zone again.
He was. He tried to pick it up, and then dropped it once, and then he felt like he better get on it.
Yeah, just don't try to scoop that one up at all. It'll be kind of dangerous to do. Now I think they're gonna. I don't know. There's quite a bit of time that ran off on that one.
Yeah. 2 turnovers that that the Cherokee defense has caused, and that time that was a busted play, and the quarterback got hit. There's 3:21 to go on the fumble recovery.
By far the best starting field position.
By far, yep.
Hester
at the Ray County
up the middle.
Hester gets inside the 20. This drive started at the 24 is where they ended up marking the ball. And they're going to mark it at the 19-yard line. Ray 24, now at the Ray 19, where it's going to be 2nd down and 5. So again, Caden Melton, who recovered the fumble, he has recovered a couple of fumbles.
And Martin kind of holds that ball out there, so it kind of bit him right there.
Davion Evans right tackle. He is carrying 2 or 3 Ray County players. And remember that Davion Evans is listed at 5'5", 130. Wow. It's going to be enough for the first down, certainly. It's going to be inside the 5-yard at the 4.
Just kept those legs churning. Carrying a linebacker or a defensive lineman on his back.
Davion Evans has had an outstanding game, as has Caden Hester thus far, leading this team at quarterback. Hester waiting for the snap. It's 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Here's the call right up the middle. That's Davion Evans. He's close to the end zone. He's going to be just a little short. And I tell you what, we are not crediting this offensive line enough. They're making some holes tonight.
They are, and it's been impressive to say the least.
It hasn't been all outside. A lot of this has been off tackle and even up the middle, like that play right there, and there was plenty of room. Ball is at the 1-yard line. Here's Hester going to hand straight up the middle to Davion Evans, and he's not going to make it there this time. He's inches away.
Evans on the carry.
So we'll still call it the Ray 1-yard line.
He just got met right there at the middle and couldn't drive his legs enough against those big linemen there.
And here comes Fagans into the game. They're going to bring in what McMinn calls their heavy package,
which Caden Hester normally runs anyway.
Yeah, so he's going to get under center, and they're getting ready to push.
And in the place of Jaden Miller, it'll be Cody Thompson in the backfield. Normally Miller is one
Thompson, get ready to push. Here it is, straight over, and is he in? Waiting for a sign.
Yep.
He's in. Touchdown. Touchdown, Caden Hester. So 1:41 to go here in the half. Boy, that was quick.
Yeah,
that was really quick. We've still left Ray County quite a bit of time. It's 27-0, McMinn over Ray County. The extra point is to follow. Another nice drive. After the turnover. Here's Sullins in to kick. That's offsides.
They're going to try to get back there, and that's Caden Martin that came off the edge.
Yep, Caleb Martin is coming off the edge, and he's trying to guess the snap count, I guess. So it's a couple of times that he's been offsides. But again, McMinn just declines this because they really, on an extra point attempt, you don't want to necessarily move it any closer to the end zone.
Correct.
Unless you're going to go for 2, because you still like the angle and the normalcy of where you're kicking from. Here's the snap again. I think they're offsides. Yep, another penalty. So I don't know.
This may be the frustration for the Golden Eagles at the moment, just trying to get back there.
Yep, Coach Cagle is sending in. He may send in the heavy package here.
I think he's going to take it this time.
He's frustrated with what they're doing there, and I think he's going to line up and try to run it across.
They're going to go. Should be half the distance. So
is everybody in there? Okay, they're going to try something here. You're going to try to go for it. The ball was set at the 1. So they went for two. That was Hester who took the snap under center, but it looks like they're not going to give him the extra point.
They're going to say, which is baffling because the referees are walking the goal line inside the end zone.
Yeah.
But
So the 2-point conversion, as it turned out to be, is no good. 1:41 to go in the half. McMinn leads 27-7. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Since first opening their doors in 2017, Companion Funeral Home of Athens is thankful to have served thousands of families in McMinn and surrounding counties. Being a local, family-owned, full-service funeral home, they understand the need to put you at ease when you walk through their doors. Whether you want a traditional burial or a cremation from their on-site crematory in Cleveland, they'll guide you through the process and assist you in making the right choice for your family. Companion Funeral Home, 400 South White Street.
Hiawassee Builder Supply has been a part of our community for over 60 years. Hiawassee started in 1958 with a humble store on the square in downtown Athens and a lumber yard located on top of Depot Hill. They've grown ever since. Success should never be selfish. That's why the folks at Hiawassee believe their business has not only an opportunity, but a responsibility to contribute to the successful growth of the community in which we live and work. Hiawassee Builder Supply is proud to support our local schools and student athletes.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, 1:41 to go here in the second quarter. McMinn leads Ray County now. They've stretched their lead out 27-7. Here's the kickoff by Sullins. It is high and it is long, and it's getting longer every time. That time the Ray County receivers who were back to return just shrugged their shoulders. I mean, they just sit and watched it fly over them at the goal line.
And to be honest, knowing Spencer, it's probably not the case, but you like to think maybe a little motivation is, hey, you're not going to let me kick extra points because you keep jumping off sides. I'm just going to kick this through the end zone every time.
We'll just keep kicking it through the end zone. Ray County starts off at their own 20. They've got time to mount a drive here, 1:41 to go, and Ray County gets the ball coming out in the second half. Here's a Davis around the right side. Fagans meets him, takes him down at about the 24-yard line. Still a pickup, though, of 4 yards. Clock is running. The scoreboard showing Ray County with 2 timeouts.
Yep, they took one earlier in the first quarter.
Ray County has 1:20 to do something with this football, but they do get the ball coming out in the second half. They'd love to get some points on the board right here and get the ball back. You got to think they might try to stretch one long. They've had some open receivers, but also an interception. Here is the ball coming back this way.
It's Davis once again. Nunez met him right in the middle.
We've got, just so you know, folks, we've got a 22 in the backfield, a 32, a 23, and boy, they're going all different directions. Jared, you do a great job just picking out who's got the football. So a little short. We'll call it the 29.
No secret. I'll just find a different wristband or something. That way I can identify who it is.
Clock now, 34 seconds. They look like they're not worried about using those timeouts. Now back to pass. Looking deep. It's covered well. Rouse, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. He is going to throw deep. It's into coverage. It's knocked down. The ball was going to be out of bounds anyway. So 20 seconds. 20 seconds to go here in the first half. There's a flag down to the backfield. It was an incomplete pass. If they decline this, it's going to be 4th and inches. They could go for it. If they take it, it's going to march them back 10 yards.
He's going to back them up.
Gives them another 3rd down situation, though, another opportunity to throw one deep. But I think we're in somewhat of a prevent defense, I would imagine.
Yes.
Holding against the Eagles.
So they are going to march them back, and it's way back, all the way to the 10-yard line. Boy, you never know what can happen right here. You pick one off here, and all of a sudden you're in field goal range.
And you've got 3 timeouts if you can hurry up and call it.
It's been a great first half for McMinn County. They lead 27-7. The clock is running. This should be the last play, likely.
Coach Cagle's going to take the timeout.
Yeah.
Timeout.
He wants to score again.
He wants to get an interception at about midfield and let his kicker try about a 60-yarder tonight.
He's already looking up to adjust the time back to 20 seconds.
Yeah, I was a little surprised that clock started back. having some problems with
Yeah.
the clock tonight.
Yep.
Let's just say
it started running early. But, Ray County here, it's 3rd and 20 from the 10. They've had a couple of turnovers, so, hey, McMinn Caden Melton has been outstanding from this left defensive end side. He was back there causing some of that havoc. I think it was Fagans that got held, essentially got tackled by the offensive lineman to get the holding call. But Melton, credit to him getting back there as well. I know Montgomery and Wilson in the middle are fighting their tails off to get to the backfield.
I've just been really impressed with this defensive line. It's a young defensive line, except for Aiden Wilson. And, it's so encouraging to see young players doing well because you just know they're coming back,
Right.
you got 3 of 4 returning defensive linemen, and that's just so big for the years ahead. Yeah,
and it may be, people like Eden Wilson teaching these guys. Jared Gable last year kind of mentoring the young guys, and it's really paid off.
Cherokee Chat coming up at halftime, and we're going to be talking with Aiden Wilson, the senior defensive tackle. This is a great interview, not because of me, because of him, and you're going to want to hear it. So that's coming up at halftime in just a few minutes. Here is a handoff. Likely Davis it is. The ball's out. Ball is down. I think Ray County got back on it, and they did. Boy, talk about a big break, and that's exactly what Coach Cagle was looking for. The ball was a positive play for Ray County. Ball goes up to about the 25-yard line, I think, but it's still going to be 4th down. It's right at the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 on the play for Ray County, but it's still 4th down and 6. So the Cherokees have taken a timeout. We're going to keep it right here. It's a big part of this game. Not a great punt, the first punt that Ray County had. And I tell you, if the Cherokees can just get this thing into Ray County territory somewhere, I wouldn't be surprised if they give Sullins a chance to kick.
I'll say from the 39-yard line last week at Cleveland, so that's kind of the target. We know that's his range, and it was good from beyond that last week. So
if he could set this thing down even at the 45, maybe.
Oh, yeah, give him a shot at it. Might as well.
Which means we'd probably have to have the ball inside the 40.
Let's see. I believe it's going to be Ruling back there to punt again. So he's already had one go off the side of his foot.
Hester is back, of course.
Hensley.
Why wouldn't he be? Hensley back. They're standing at their own 43-yard line. So this is a big return right here. Here is the kick. It's a pretty good kick. It's going to take. And so Hensley did not call for a fair catch, but Hester did. And so Hensley ends up catching the ball, but because Hester called a fair catch, it stops it right there. 3.3 seconds to go. And the ball is at the 35-yard line. What do you do right here, Jared?
Most likely he's just going to take a knee, but, the way this game's been going, hey, fire it off. Let Caden Hester throw it and see what happens.
Yeah, I think he'll run a play. I don't think he'll just get into a kneel down. I think he'll at least run a play. I don't know. Hensley and Hester just slapped hands like, hey, let's go deep. So we'll see. He's coming back into the backfield. He's going to be in the shotgun. Cody Thompson's back there. 2 deep safeties for Ray County. If they try it now, Cody Thompson goes into motion. It's an empty backfield. Here comes Hester running the ball up the middle. He's got some room. He's going to have positive yardage over the 45. And they're going to mark that at the 48-yard line. However, that's going to be the end of the half. So we'll take a 2-minute break right now, then come back to the stadium. We'll take a 2-minute break, telling you at halftime, McMinn County 27, Ray County 7. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
L&M Motors, your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer, is a proud supporter of McMinn County Cherokee athletics. Brothers Leon and Marvin Hammond founded L&M Motors back in 1966. And under Kevin Hammond's direction, it's still going strong at 1001 South White Street in Athens. Go see Kevin and the crew at L&M Motors today and tell them the voice of the Cherokees, Terry Patrick, sent you.
Tucked between 2 major Tennessee cities, perfectly placed in the foothills of the Smokies, you'll find a unique community filled with extraordinary people, students who are full of inquiry. They discover who they are and who they were created to be. faculty who are more than teachers. They are mentors guiding the next great generation. People are the heartbeat of Tennessee Wesleyan University. We are because you are. Learn more about being a Bulldog at www.tnwesleyan.edu.
At Capstar Bank, we're listening. We want to earn not just your business, but your confidence and loyalty. Capstar Bank is locally owned and operates with a higher level of personalization and passion for greatness than any bank you've ever encountered. Capstar Bank, with locations in Athens, Etowah, Cleveland, Sweetwater, Madisonville, and East Tennessee, and online at capstarbank.com. Capstar Bank, we're listening. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Joshua Mitchell.
Getting a good night's sleep is essential to your quality of life, so your mattress is one of the most important purchases you'll ever make. When it comes to comfort, one size doesn't fit all. The friendly staff at Plaza Electronics can help you find the right fit with brands like Tempur-Pedic, Serta, High Comfort, and Beauty Rest. They also have lift beds and lift chairs, offering free delivery and setup, 12 months, same as cash. Proudly serving this area for over 32 years, Plaza Electronics and Appliances. Visit them at their new location in the former home of Staples at 1609 Congress Parkway South, Athens.
Back at Cherokee Stadium where it's halftime, and the McMinn County Cherokees have raced off to a 27-7 lead over Ray County, Jared, but we've got a whole half of football to play.
And there is, and you don't want to flash back to last year, but it was two halves of difference there last year where McMinn County kind of went in the ball game. The second half just kind of turned on them.
Kind of got away from them a little bit there in the second half a year ago. In fact, I think I recall that game was tied at halftime, and it ended up being the second half that decided not only that game but what would be the eventual region champ. But certainly, wow, a great first half for McMinn. McMinn wins the toss. By the way, you're about to hear the Ray County band probably in my microphone. They're getting ready to perform on the field, and it's probably going to be good. McMinn County wins the toss, and they take over at their own 16-yard line. They would go on an impressive 9-play drive that ends 9:43 to go in the first quarter with a 7-yard touchdown run by Jaden Miller. And we'll talk a little bit more about that situation in a minute. Jaden Miller right now out of the game. The extra point was good by Sullins, and it's 7-0 McMinn. Ray County answers, though. They take the ball at their own 20. You're going to hear that a lot because that's where they're going to get the ball after kickoffs. Ray goes on an impressive drive of themselves. This time 10 plays, and with 5:02 in the first quarter, they get a 6-yard touchdown pass from Martin, and didn't jot down who that was to, actually.
Dupree.
Dupree there, yes. Dupree catches the pass, and it's 7-7. Extra point is good by ruling, 7-7 with 5:02 in the first quarter. Then McMinn goes on a 3-play drive. They have to punt. Ray County gets it back. They go 4 plays and have to punt. An exchange of punts there. McMinn County gets the ball late in the first quarter at their own 36-yard line, and they go on another really impressive drive. 10 plays again. It ends with a 20-yard touchdown run by Davion Evans. The extra point again for Sullins is good. 10 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the second quarter. It's 14-7. Ray County begins a drive. They start at their own 20. They go 5 plays, and they try a long pass down the middle. It's intercepted by Hensley. It's the first turnover of the game. A nice play there by Hensley. And McMinn County takes over. McMinn County takes over at their own 32. They go on a 5-play drive that ends with a 2-yard run from Cody Thompson. Extra point good again, so with 7:05 to go in the second quarter, McMinn leads 21-7. On the next possession by Ray County, again, starts at their own 20. They drive it up to the Ray 48. There's a penalty that steps it back to the 36, and on the next play, the quarterback fumbles. Caden Melton tries to pick it up first, and if he picks it up cleanly, he's probably headed to the end zone for his second touchdown of the year, if you can believe that, out of a defensive tackle position. He bobbles it a little bit and makes a smart decision just to fall on it. And so it becomes McMinn's ball again with 3 minutes and 21 seconds to go. McMinn at the Ray 24, best field position of the night for sure. And they go on a 4-play drive, and it's Caden Hester who scores on a 1-yard touchdown run. Now, they Ray County playing the extra points kind of strangely. I mean, they were trying to guess the count, the snap count, and they had several offsides penalties on extra points. And I think Coach Cagle just got tired of declining penalties. He finally took one. That took it to the 1 yard line, I think, where they went for two, but the 2-point conversion was no good. So after the Hester touchdown, the score then, instead of 28-7, is 27-7. That's something to think about, Jared. Sometimes those extra points can come back to bite you.
They can, and from our vantage point, looked like it was good, but nonetheless, the officials wipe it off. But if it gets down close to the wire, you don't want that to come back and kind of bite you.
Exactly. Ray County gets the ball again at their own 20. They drive up, but on a 3rd down and 1, they get a penalty which marches them back. They have to punt, and then McMinn County takes over at their own 35. They run one play with Hester for 13 yards, and that would be the end of the first half. So it was an exciting first half, but yet there was some sad news as well, Jared, because Jaden Miller goes out of the game. He's playing in on defense. He's on the far side of the field, comes in to be part of a tackle. It wasn't just him. There were several others. And we see that he stays down. We finally find out he comes across the field. I'm thinking, okay, he's probably okay. He puts his pads back on. But I guess that shoulder injury must be bothering him a little bit.
And it is, and maybe, let him kind of ice it up, I would assume, is kind of what he had it wrapped up with. But, let him sit out the rest of the first half, and it may be something that they're going to look at and maybe come back in the second half. But the way Hester's going, you may let him just rest it out even if he can come back, just to keep it from doing any more damage.
And I think the score being 27-7 comes into play when you make that decision of whether you do want to keep Jaden Miller on the sideline for the remaining of this game. Let's talk about Caden Hester just a little bit. He was outstanding all over the field, but he comes in at quarterback with a calm, steady hand.
You like to say, had no doubts about it, but anytime a backup guy comes in, even though Caden Hester's been so involved, you never know how they're going to react to that. But I think being a senior, being around this offense, playing so many different roles has probably helped Caden take this offense, march it down the field several times here, and really not missed a beat at all.
And I had said we may see Brady Mullins, and, of course, we did see the sophomore Brady Mullins in his first action of varsity football against Central. And, as you think back about that, in that game, that's where you want to get a sophomore some playing experience. But in a region game that could possibly decide the region championship, maybe you go with the senior.
Yeah, and I think, maybe if Caden didn't work out so well, then you may have to throw in Mullins as a sophomore. But, you definitely want to go with the experience, I think, in that mindset in this matchup, and especially against a team like Ray County, for sure.
All right, again, we're at halftime, and McMinn leads Ray County 27-7. I had the opportunity this week to sit down with senior defensive tackle Aiden Wilson, and what a nice young man, and what a really outstanding football player. So we're going to go back to the station, and you're going to hear the Cherokee chat with Aiden Wilson. They're going to play that back at the station. And then after that interview, we'll take a 60-second break after the interview, and then we'll come back to the stadium. We'll have halftime statistics, and we'll have some comments from our special contributor, Mr. Terry Stansel, will be here with us. So a break now, and then back to Cherokee Chat.
Welcome to Cherokee Chat, and I'm pleased to be joined by senior defensive tackle Aiden Wilson. Aiden, welcome to the program, and congratulations on a great start to the season.
Thank you.
Aiden, before we get into this season, actually, though, let's take a look back at what I'd call your breakout season a year ago. A year ago, it was 87 tackles, total tackles, 20 tackles for loss. That works out to be 7.3 tackles per game. Now, that was from your defensive end position. But talk to me about the transition going from defensive end to defensive tackle. And what I'm saying, what are the differences in playing those two positions, and what are the challenges of moving around?
One part is the technique. You have to hit whole different areas between defensive tackle and defensive end. You hit more, so you have to be strong and sturdy. So it's just technique-wise, I'd say is the most difference between defensive end and defensive tackle.
When you move to defensive tackle, when I think about defensive tackles, they're typically a bigger frame, let's say, maybe a little more weight. Did you, from last year to this year, I mean, would you say you got stronger, bigger than a year ago?
I figured that I'd move down the defensive tackle, so I did put about 15 pounds on me. So I weighed 205 last year, and I weighed 220 this year, and I worked my butt off in the weight room. So I think I got pretty much bigger.
Definitely got stronger.
Yeah.
That is a great answer. That's interesting to know that. So now we fast forward to 2022, this season, and through 2 games, you're at 23 total tackles. And what's really impressive, 6 tackles for loss already, and you're averaging 11 and a half tackles per game. All those are super impressive stats. So how are you doing that? There's an increase in production there, at least stat-wise. Are you bigger, stronger? We just went over that. Does your experience come into play? And do you have more opportunities even at the defensive tackle versus defensive end?
I think that the 2 teams we played against, they like to run down the middle. So I think that's a key part. And I think that I've started to try harder, where I went 100% every play. Yeah. And I like to shoot off the ball real quick and put my hands and do whatever. So I think that is a huge part in me starting off in a better season.
When you talk about technique, the hands are a big part of that, aren't they?
Yeah.
And explain what that is to me. Is it shedding blockers, or what comes into play there?
Well, extending, you have to extend, because if you do not extend, the person's going to be right in your face. You're not going to be able to look in the backfield. If you have your arms extended, you'll be able to look in the backfield. You get to shed off that block, and then that tackle, where that running back's going to be right at you, and then that's a free tackle.
Perfect. Okay, let's look at the Cherokee defensive line as a whole now.
Hey, Terry, you there?
When I look across there, you've got 2 sophomore starters, Caden Melton, Jackson Montgomery. You've got junior Josh Rouse, and you've got yourself, the lone senior
Hey, Terry.
on the defensive line. So you guys have had a strong first couple of games.
Yes.
Are you working?
Hey, buddy, there might have been a little confusion. I think I thought at first you wanted to go to the halftime show, and then I'm just going to run the 60 seconds after the chat.
That's fine. Just do the 60 seconds after. We're good.
Okay, cool, man.
They never played a Friday night. They've only played JV, so it was a hard learning curve.
Yeah.
Now Rouse, he played linebacker, but not much, and the defensive line is totally different. And then so I think I helped them quite a bit to get the feel of a Friday night game.
And you're still in that process. I mean, we're only 2 games in. Those 2 sophomores have 2 Friday night, and probably, frankly, really 1.5, because you probably just played about a half that first game. So that's going to be a continuing process, I guess, through the season.
And they played really good.
They have. Aiden, I understand that you're also quite the student athlete as well. What I understand is specifically you enjoy math. You're good at math, but let me just ask you, what are your favorite academic subjects, and are you that good at math?
I am pretty good at math. I've taken a few tests, and I've got A's, so it's pretty good.
Very good.
With dual math, you can go as long as where you can take however long you want on one. It's due, but it's like your own pace set of things. So I think that helps me a lot with math.
What other subjects do you like?
I like English. English is fun.
Two good subjects and important, English and math. All right, Aiden, just curious, and believe me, you don't have to have a specific answer for this, because not very many people do, but it is your senior season, and you're going to be graduating in the class of 2023. Any plans or desires once you leave McMinn County High School?
Now, I've wanted to be getting a scholarship for football. That is my plan. So, like, whatever major I decide, football will take a part of that money to help push toward. I don't know what I'm going to do yet for a major.
Sure.
But I'm planning maybe ETSU. I like ETSU if I'm not going to play college football.
Yeah.
But I'm planning, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm trying to get football for me to get a
and it could be that the school that offers you, it may be that you look into, okay, what are their strong points? what can I go there and achieve? So that's a good plan. And again, there's plenty of high school seniors that don't know exactly where they're headed or what they're going to do. Okay, Aiden, you get a lot of support from your family, as most all of our Cherokees do. Your dad and mom, that's Chris and Renee, I'm guessing pretty much at every game, if they're not at every game. Talk to me about what it means to have the support and encouragement of your family and friends on Friday nights. And who am I leaving off? Who else is there on Friday nights besides Chris and Renee?
Well, first off, I love my mom. Every time I get a tackle, all you hear is "Atta baby A," and so it's just like it's fun whenever you're out in the game. If everyone's talking, you like out there, it's kind of zoned out. But all my mom talks, I can hear.
Yeah.
My dad don't say much, but after the game, he'll congratulate me and say I've had a good game.
Yeah.
My sister, whenever she gets the chance, she'll come out and support me, which is awesome with her 2 kids. So.
And that just means a lot on Friday nights, just to know they're up there in the stands.
Yeah, that's great.
All right, well, Aiden, thank you for your time today, and good luck versus Ray County tonight. You've been listening to Cherokee Chat with number 99, defensive tackle, the senior, Aiden Wilson. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes with first half statistics and scores from around the area. You're listening to McMinn County Football on 101.7 FM WJSQ.
Athens Insurance, we're here for you. When you call, we'll be there. Nothing we can't
Let's get 60 seconds.
with integrity and excellence.
Terry, you just want to go 60 seconds?
Yeah, just 60.
Okay.
Nothing hard for us to handle, nothing that we can't do. At Athens Insurance, we'll be here for you.
Athens Insurance, serving East Tennessee since 1931.
Count on Star Regional Medical Center for lung cancer screening. If you're a smoker or a former smoker, age 50 to 80, talk with your primary care provider about our low-dose CT for lung cancer screening. It can detect cancer early when treatment is most effective. Star Regional Medical Center. From the routine to the unforeseen, count on us. Take our free lung health assessment at starregional.com.
All right, we are back at Cherokee Stadium. And Terry Stansel, we got to bring you in here kind of quick. It's been a quick halftime.
Sure has been.
But you have first half statistics, and we'll break down the first half with you as well. But let's go through statistics.
Okay, Ray County has 7 first downs, 95 yards rushing on 24 carries, 3.9 yards a carry, 27 yards in the air on 2 completions, 122 yards for the first half, 1 fumble, losing that fumble, 7 penalties for 45 yards. Individually, Tron Alloway, 3 carries, 2 yards. Ethan Davis, 14 for 109. Bryce Mayberry, 3 for -3. Caleb Martin, 3 for -15. Hunter Crow, 1 for 2. Caleb Martin is 2 of 3, passing with 1 interception for 27 yards. Weston Beard, is 2 receptions, 27 yards. For McMinn, 8 first downs. 222 yards on the ground on 26 carries, averaging 8.5 yards a carry, 33 yards in the air on 1 completion out of 2 attempts, 255 yards for the first half, penalized once for 10 yards. Individually, Jaden Miller, 5 carries, 71 yards. Cody Thompson, 9 for 60. Davion Evans, 7 for 57. Caden Hester, 5 for 34. Jaden Miller was 0 of 1 in the first half, and Caden Hester is 1 of 1 for 33 yards in the second half. Aiden Smith having that sole reception.
I think the most impressive thing in there is Jaden Miller had 5 carries for 71 yards, all on the first drive.
Yes.
Because he went out.
Yes.
He did. And you know, so a couple of things, Terry. Let's break it down a little bit. First of all, I know Coach Cagle likes 222 yards on the ground.
Absolutely. I am very impressed with that first half. That's usually a game for us.
he loves to run the football
yes, he does.
when he can. And I spoke to him during the week, and, of course, the Coach's Bench show. One of the things he talked about, looking at Ray County, and, you know, like most teams, they do want to stack the box. But he felt like if they could get to the perimeter, that they could have some success, and that's exactly what we've seen.
Done. I'm very impressed with our defense. I'm telling you, we've had some excellent stands.
Yep.
To do, you know, they missed a couple of passes, but we've had some guys back there on them. I think –
And had the interception.
Yes, and have the interception to prove it. But I am just pleased beyond punch by what's going on with this
Well,
team.
we can't have you sitting here talking without talking about the kicking game.
Oh,
and
man,
Sullins
4
has it going.
touchbacks are just a weapon. I mean, whenever you got when you're facing a guy that puts the ball over the end zone, out of the end zone, you're just backed up.
And made the comment, their return guys, after about the third time, they're just shrugging their shoulders.
Yeah, they're like, there's no hope in this. And that's a weapon. That is an incredible weapon for us. And I think it's just going to continue for the second half.
Well, let's talk about the injury that Jaden Miller. We watched anxiously as he laid across the way on the far side of the field. He got up and seemed to walk off. I thought he was okay. He's had a stinger. He's probably going to be back. And then the next thing I saw was wrapping his right shoulder.
And he looks like
he's
in some pain.
Yeah, he does. So, first of all, that's certainly a blow in lots of areas because he plays all over the field.
Yes.
But boy, you got to give Caden Hester a lot of credit.
He's stepping up, and the team is just clicking right with him.
We were talking about in that first Central game, the first guy up was Brady Mullen, sophomore. But that was more of a time where, hey, here's a good game to get a sophomore in. But when it's region time, boy, that senior leadership meant something for Caden Hester to come in.
I think this team is rallying around Jaden right now. I think they want to win it for him.
No,
it's my opinion.
I think you're right. Well, I'm looking forward to an exciting second half. We'll let you get back at your station over there. Thanks for joining us. And let's go to the Simmons scoreboard now. And, Jared, I think you've got some scores pulled up for us.
I've got a few pulled up. Cleveland at Bradley, big rivalry game down there. They're in the fourth quarter. It's 13-10 at Bradley Central, and it's Bradley up over the Blue Raiders currently. Wow. East Hamilton, an opponent coming up for the Cherokees. They're at East Ridge tonight and currently up 31-0 at the half. Going up to the Knox County area, Anderson County, who's been pretty stout up in that area so far this season, they are beating Knox Fulton in the third quarter 28-7. Maryville is up 34-14 in the fourth against Farragut. That was closer just a few minutes ago. McMinn Central up 7-0 against Signal Mountain at the half. Meigs County down 7-6 at the half against Bledsoe County at home. Oak Ridge and Clinton, that one's close, 14-7 Oak Ridge at the half. Powell and Carnes are tied up 28 all in the half. Sweetwater is beating Loudon at half 10-7. Let's see. Walker Valley and Ooltewah's 21-6 Mustangs at the half on that one.
We talked a little bit, by the way, we're getting ready for the second half kickoff. We're about a minute away. But that, of course, this is the first big region game, and we're a long ways from the finish line. We got 24 minutes left of football, and we know how games can change, momentum can change. So, but this is a big game. But boy, I tell you, whoever gets out of this one with the win, then the Walker Valley game becomes big, and we've seen them play pretty well this first few weeks.
And for at least from McMinn County, that's the bookends. I mean, that's you start with Ray County and you have to wait till the end of the region schedule to get Walker Valley at the end, and that's the last home game. So let's talk about that. I mean, you got Walker Valley coming in as the last home game on senior night.
Yeah.
That could be huge and
absolutely
change the outlook of the region altogether.
That would be a fun night if that could in fact be for the region championship. But we got to have a football to play first. Spencer Sullins is out to kick off. As Terry Stansel said, he's put 4 touchbacks in the end zone already, and that means, of course, that Ray County, in order to score, has to travel 80 yards. And that, in high school football, when you have a long field like that, boy, it's just more opportunities to make an error somewhere along the way. And we saw that with an interception and a fumble, 2 turnovers by Ray County in the first half.
One thing will be to see the penalties. McMinn County, as Terry said, only had 1 in the first half. Ray County had several, and it pushed them back on some of their third downs that they couldn't. They did not pick up 2 out of 6, so they were 4 for 6 on third downs.
Here is the kickoff that's going to go into the end zone. About halfway through the end zone, 5 touchbacks for Sullins, the weapon.
Just got to get their leg warmed back up.
Yep. Well, it looks like he's got it going. So Ray takes over at their own 20. We'll see if they begin to do anything differently tonight. Got to credit this defense. Again, they hold them to 7 points, and that was on Ray County's first drive, and maybe they even made some adjustments after the first drive. But they have played well. I'm so impressed with not only the front. Well, I'm impressed with the whole defense.
Yeah.
They've got it going on right now. Here's the first run around to the right end. It's going to be stopped by McMinn for a short gain. They actually never took him down, but they blow the whistle.
McMinn may have called a break there. He thought he caught up.
Yeah, he thought he kind of spun out of a tackle, but he picks up 4. So it's going to be 2nd down and 6. We're just underway in the third quarter. McMinn leads Ray County 27-7.
And that was Davis once again. That's their go-to guy. And see if Ray County throws the ball a little bit more this half. They threw it to Dupree both times.
Here is a handoff to Davis around the right end. Played well by McMinn. He's going to have 2 or 3 yards. We'll say 3 up to the 27-yard line. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3.
I'll take that back. Davis did. He dropped the long pass, but Dupree has been the other target on the passes.
Yep. Dupree's, we don't have heights or weights for Ray County. They didn't pass those along to us.
But him along with 21, Keyshawn Smith, both have some height on the outside.
They got some height to them. You can see that on the field. Dupree down here on the near side of the field. Here is a handoff back on the inside. It's played well by McMinn. They're going to push him backwards.
Credit the whole defensive line on that one.
Melton and Rouse certainly there. And that time, it's one of those situations where you felt like McMinn just played it well. Everybody did their job. And that's what you got to do against this wing T. If everybody reads and does their job, you've got it covered.
And credit Dev Patel right there. He's the guy that got through as the defensive line ate up the holes. He got through and made the stop, so the linebacker stepping up.
Davion Evans and Hensley back to receive the punt from Ruling, and here it is. It's going to go to Cody Hensley, and he's going to be up over the 45 to the 46. Luke Hensley. So that's where Cherokees will take over on their first possession.
Not bad starting field position there. They'll take that one.
Not at all.
And a perfect 2-minute offensive possession there by Ray County. I mean, kind of getting it with 10 minutes exactly.
Yeah, they definitely have good field position, and now they will just, I'm sure, kind of keep it on the ground at the moment. Here, I think McMinn maybe moved. There was some movement along the line, and it is on McMinn. So, again, in that, we didn't really see that in the first half, but you'd almost expect it in bringing in another quarterback. Just the cadence and not running with that first group all the time, at least at the quarterback position.
There may have been the other commentator's curse on that one.
They're
talking about they only got penalized
2 for
once.
2 for you tonight.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Ball back to the 41 with the penalty. And it's going to be still first down, but now first down and 15. Empty backfield. Hester looking to throw, and it is complete. Wow. A really tough hit to the head is what it looked like. And I'm trying to see who was that caught the ball.
Dakota Thompson, 28.
Dakota Thompson into the game. You know, he has some nice runs against Central, or catch and runs.
Yep.
So it's positive yardage up to it's an 8-yard gain up to the McMinn 49-yard line. 2nd down and 6. Hester's 2 for 2. Here's a nice run up the middle, finding some running room is Davion Evans. He's going to be close to the first down, but not quite there. He's going to be at the now Ray County 46, so we're into Ray County territory, and it's 3rd down and 2.
Coach Cagle talks about it. You win 3rd down on 1st and 2nd down, and this is a much more manageable position for them.
Everybody in Ray County is within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. And here, this is a run by Hester up the middle. He broke through that line to the 15, 10, 5, racing to the end zone, and it's a touchdown. 46-yard touchdown run. Ray County brought everybody up to the line. They brought the safeties within 2 yards of the line of scrimmage. He faked to Davion Evans, and Hester took it up the middle, and then it was just a foot race. Once he got by the line of scrimmage, there was nobody back there.
Outstanding play, and just the patience of Hester to let that hole open up. And it was a foot race, and he beat Martin to the goal line.
Wow, what a start in the second half for McMinn. Now up 33-7. Sullins in for the extra point. We're just underway in the third quarter. The kick is up, The kick is good. Sullins with 8:53 to go. McMinn goes up over Ray County 34-7. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Are you frustrated with extensive lead times on materials you need for your home improvement or construction projects? All Things Exterior has a great selection of materials, many of which they can get to you in a matter of days, not months. Need a metal roof? They've got you covered. Need new vinyl siding? They've got you covered. Need new gutters? They've got you covered. Don't forget about windows, doors, decks, and more. Go see what they can do for you at All Things Exterior, 723 Congress Parkway South in Athens.
Osmond's Flooring has just received truckload after truckload of over 15 styles and colors of first-quality waterproof plank flooring for the insanely low prices of $1.89 and $1.99 per square foot while supplies last. And don't forget, they have over 80 styles and colors for every price point and budget. They'll price match and beat anything. So bring your truck. Or they have the best professional installers around and can usually get the job done within a week. Absolutely worth the drive and easy to find. Osmond Flooring, 2412 South Congress Parkway, across from McMinn County High School in Athens.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, awaiting the kickoff from Spencer Sullins. 8:53 to go here in the third quarter. McMinn has just stretched their lead up to 34-7 over Ray County. And here's the kick. Guess where it's going? Good grief.
That one's
out.
Through.
That one is out of the end zone.
Golly.
What a night this guy's having. So Ray, again, will get it at their own 20-yard line after, again, the 46-yard touchdown run by Hester. And, again, he just broke through the line. Ray County had 11 guys within a couple of yards of the line of scrimmage. And once Hester got by a couple of them, nobody deep to stop him. It was a foot race to the end zone, and Hester showed some pretty good speed himself.
He did. Outstanding. And for a guy that's been playing all three facets of the game.
Ray County now has got to hit the panic button a little bit. Back to pass. Right over the middle. He's got a receiver open, and the pass was short. If he throws that ball and leads the receiver, he was wide open down the middle of the field. It goes down as an incomplete pass. And frankly, you know, for Caleb Martin at quarterback there, that could just be a little fatigue.
It could be. And, you know, McMahon maybe another break there defensively, letting them get behind them. And this offense, this wing T offense, makes you want to cheat up to stop the run, and that's where you're going to get a busted play or two every game against a wing T offense like that.
Second down and 10. It's going to come to Davis around the right end. He just kind of ran out of real estate. He tried to turn it up, and he does get some positive yards up to the 25-yard line. It's going to be third down now and 5. And this is where a few times the Cherokees have turned this into some tackles for loss. They played third down after that first drive. Seemingly they played third down a little better.
A lot better. Several of those have been third and long situations, but Cherokees, I think they feel comfortable going against this offense currently. Maybe pin their ears back here.
Faulkner and Nunez are the safeties. And that time they tried to draw them off on cadence, and Ray County is going to take a timeout. They're going to wish they had that later in the game. So with timeout, it's 8:04 to go. We're going to keep it right here because I want to walk through our sponsors. It's a good opportunity to do that. There's 8:04 to go in the third quarter. McMinn leads 34-7 in a big region game here at Cherokee Stadium. Ray's Auto Body is our coach's bench sponsor. Southland Finance will take us to the locker room after the game. Simmons Bank is our scoreboard sponsor. And others folks that sponsor our broadcast, and please go see these folks. Do business with them. Star Regional Medical Center. We don't have to do business with them necessarily, but they're there if you need us. Osment Flooring, Companion Funeral Home, All Things Exterior, Simmons Bank, Madison Avenue Pharmacy, Capstar Bank, Hiwassee Builder Supply, L&M Motors, Tennessee Wesleyan University, Plaza Electronics and Appliances, and Athens Insurance. So, again, a big third down coming. It's third down and 5. Things looking good right now for McMinn. 8:04 to go in the third quarter. You know, Jared, we're only a field goal away, 3 points from the mercy rule going into effect. That's hard to believe.
It'd be nice. First two home games going into the mercy rule. That's exactly right.
Looking ahead, a trip coming to Bradley Central next Friday night. Here's a quick pass to the outside, and it's caught That is Dupree. He's going to be up over the 30. He's going to have a first down, and there's going to be a flag for a late hit on the sideline.
Complete to Dupree, flag on the play.
I'm guessing, but there was a late flag on the sideline.
That's what it looked like.
Dupree had enough for the first down, and I think Dupree also might be down on the ground. They've got trainers coming on after that hit on the sideline. So the ball is up over the 30, I think probably at the 31 or 32, but I think you're going to have 15 yards marched onto this one, and that is unfortunately not what the Cherokees were needing.
No, and they're going to, I guess, walk this one back. We still haven't got the call, but got to feel it's unsportsmanlike or extracurriculars.
Ball marked on the 31-yard line, and they're going to take this up to, I believe, the 46-yard line with the 15-yard unnecessary roughness or personal foul. I don't know if they call it unnecessary roughness anymore.
I think it's just personal foul.
So the ball will be at the 46 of Ray with the penalty. And that's where it's going to be first down and 10. Dupree is still down. So with the injury, we're going to take a break for a second. Let's take 60 seconds. 7:57 to go in the third quarter. McMinn leads 34-7. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
At Simmons Bank, community matters. Since 1903, we've been dedicated to serving our community with empowered local leadership. I'm Shane Whaley, Regional President of our East Tennessee market. While some things have changed in recent years, one thing that's stronger than ever is our local team's commitment to serving our community. We offer exceptional service and unmatched expertise to provide solutions for your financial needs. A reliable partner for you because, after all, we're always better together.
Simmons Bank, member FDIC.
At-home COVID test kits are now available while supplies last at Madison Avenue Pharmacy, your independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. They're open from 9 till 6, Monday through Friday, 9 till 1 on Saturday. For more information, give them a call at 423-746-2626. Hurry and pick up your at-home COVID test kit today while supplies last at Madison Avenue Pharmacy, 1001 West Madison Avenue, Athens. Health Mart is taking the time to listen and care.
First down and 10 here at Cherokee Stadium. It's a handoff to Davis around the right end. Not much running room there. He may have picked up 1 yard. Let's see where they mark it.
They're going to keep him right there.
Yep, at the 46. So no gain on first down. Going to bring up second down and 10. I think, Jared, we got a little bit of rain falling.
That's what, at least I'm seeing the few drops come in on us in the press box. We're the ones without the windows here. Smart move.
Who's the guys that take the windows out?
I know. When it's 90 degrees, it feels great.
Hopefully this is just a passing little shade. And it's not a heavy rain. It's a misty type rain. Let's hope it doesn't get any worse than that.
I don't see anybody going for ponchos.
Here is a handoff. No, the quarterback keeps it around the end. He's got some good running room inside the 40, 30, inside the 20. It's Hensley running him out of bounds. A nice job of pursuit by Luke Hensley. They knock him down just, I think, in front of the 10.
The 12, it looks
12-yard line. So a nice pickup there. That looked like a run off tackle, but the quarterback pulled it back. Nice job running the option play there.
And that was one of those, just created enough deception that he kept it. Everybody, including me, thought that 23 Alloway had it.
I thought so as well, and they haven't ran that play that much. And here it is around the right end this time. Broken tackle. Had it played pretty good. Fagans was there, but the ball carrier, I think that's Davis again. Yeah, he broke a tackle there, got a couple of other yards. So we'll call this the 9-yard line of McMinn. Pickup of 3. It's going to bring up second down and 7.
We've seen the defense kind of buckle down here, getting close, so see if they can force a turnover, maybe the third one of the night.
6:30 to go in the third quarter. Now we're needing that clock to run. They come down, and this time they're going to, again, the quarterback keeps. He makes a nice move to free himself up. He's going to be close to the 5-yard line. Might have rolled a little closer than that. It was, again, played pretty good by the Cherokees, and it is at the McMinn 5-yard line. That's where it's going to be third down. They can pick up a first down. It's 3rd and 3.
Defense read that one better that time. They faked the middle handoff. He kept it for the option, and McMahon took the option away, and so able to kind of sniff that one out even though he picked up a couple of yards.
Could be another big stand right here. 3rd down and 3 from the 5. 2 receivers split to the right. And it's Davis coming around the right side. He's being chased. He cuts in. He's going to be close to the first down. He's not in the end zone, but he may have the first down. Because he's right at the marker, I think.
McMahon kind of giving it a lot of chase right there from behind. Couldn't get it. Looked like Aiden Wilson took a block in the back, but no flag.
I think Wilson was in pursuit there, and I saw him go down.
Yep.
They're looking at this. Are they going to make the call, or are they going to close enough. We're far enough in the game where they want to measure it. So the ball, let's call it the 2-yard line. So it's either going to be 4th and inches or it's going to be 1st and goal from the 2. Either way, you're going to see the offense stay on the field.
They're going for it nonetheless. And Dupree is a guy that caught the touchdown pass when they were close last time.
Yep.
He's not back in the game. And so we'll see if they try to throw it again.
Is that way short?
That looks a whole yard short.
I'm not sure what they were looking at.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think I could have eyed that one.
Yeah. And they had to bring the chains all the way across, so that's what we're talking about there.
So it's going to be 4th and 1, and it's a solid 1, I think.
Yeah. It's long enough I wouldn't want the putt tomorrow morning, I can tell you that. That is for sure. Would not want that putt tomorrow morning.
Well, that's a good way to look at it. It's not a gimme.
No.
All right, it's going to be 4th down and 1. 5:19 to go here in the 3rd quarter. McMahon leads 34-7.
Well, and Dupree was trying to come back in. They've got him on the sideline over there. He is going to come back in.
He's going to come back in, and he's bringing in the play. You got to watch him over the middle.
And it's just a simple play-action pass out of this wing T offense.
And you know that McMahon is going to crowd that middle up. They're going to try to stop them, but somebody has to be aware of that tight end in case he releases. And they pretty much run the heavy package that McMahon does. They push the quarterback, and there's the call. So basically, Ray County went into their heavy package, and the quarterback got under center, and it was just a push into the end zone from the 2-yard line. We'll call it a 2-yard touchdown run by Martin. So forget the mercy rule for a while. We've got a ball game on our hands. So in to kick is going to be Ruling. Cole Ruling in to kick the extra point. The score right now, McMahon 34, Ray County 13. They're trying to put another point on the board with the extra point. Here's the snap. Kick is down. It's up. And it's good. So 5:11 to go here in the 3rd quarter. McMahon leads Ray 34-14. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Companion Funeral Home of Athens is thankful to have served thousands of families since opening their doors in 2017. If you've thought about making pre-arrangements to take the burden off your family and make sure your wishes are carried out when the time comes, they'll treat you with respect and assist you with the process as though you're a member of their own family. They also accept pre-arrangements from other funeral homes. For a no-obligation consultation, give Robbie Cody at Companion Funeral Home a call at 423-453-2302 or stop by 400 South Washington.
Hiawassee Builders Supply has been a part of our community for over 60 years. Hiawassee started in 1958 with a humble store on the square in downtown Athens and a lumber yard located on top of Depot Hill. They've grown ever since. Success should never be selfish. That's why the folks at Hiawassee believe their business is not only an opportunity, but a responsibility to contribute to the successful growth of the community in which we live and work. Hiawassee Builders Supply is proud to support our local schools and student athletes.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, 5:11 to go here in the 3rd quarter. McMahon leading 34-14 after the Ray County touchdown. It was a 2-yard run by their quarterback, Caleb Martin. Ruling put the extra point in, and that's where we're at, a 20-point lead right now for McMahon. Still a lot of football to be played. 17 minutes left in this game, 17 minutes and 11 seconds. So here is the kickoff. It's booted. It's a high kick. It's going to be taken at the 9-yard line. Coming across the field, is that Hester?
It is.
There is a penalty down. He's up over the 26-yard line. Two penalty flags down, I see. That's usually in the area of holding on those or an illegal block of some kind. We'll wait for the call officially.
It almost looked like Ray County was offsides. You can't beat the kicker to the ball.
Yep.
And they had a guy that was past the line, it looked like. Blocking the back.
Yep. Blocking the back for McMinn. So it's going to be first down. They're going to step that off from the 26, I think, back to the 16. For the Cherokees to start this drive from their own 16-yard line. But they've moved the ball very well. Caden Hester is in at quarterback. Jaden Miller is out with a shoulder injury. It could just be for, taking extra caution with Miller. No way for us to know the extent of the injury, but he's out of the game. Here's Hester going to keep it. He's got some running room. He's got a lot of running room to the outside over the 30, 35, to the 40. He's going to run out of bounds. Pushed a little bit, but they didn't call anything, I don't think.
Get him to the 45-yard line.
So Hester's legs get us out of trouble there all the way up to the 45. And he's finding a lot of running room.
He is.
I tell you, they've been so successful now in handing the ball off to those running backs, whether it be Thompson or Davion Evans, and they're finding room to the outside. Now they're beginning to key on those running backs.
And just a little foreshadowing, McMinn's first drive started at their own 16 at the first of the ball game. We know what happened there.
Exactly right. A 29-yard run. Here's a pass over to Hensley. He's going to have it complete over the 50, inside the 45, knocked out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Everything working offensively right now for the Cherokees. The Ray 42, it's another first down for the Cherokees.
And Hensley, we've talked about it in the past, great hands, just catches it there on the out and just makes a move, gets a good block from Hayden Smith, I believe, on that outside.
Wanting that clock to run. It's at 4:39 in the third quarter now. Here is a handoff to Thompson. He flies around inside the 40-yard line. And they had a corner or a safety come up quick, but he missed the tackle. He dove at Thompson, but was just a little late on the dive. Ball right at the 40, I think. Yes. So it's only a pickup of 2.
Got Aiden Wilson that's been playing the halfback with Hester being the quarterback.
Yep. Ooh, boy, that was almost offsides. Had a Golden Eagle jump there. I guess he didn't get quite into the neutral zone. Aiden Wilson goes to the right side now. Here's the handoff to Thompson. Boy, the defensive end came in, or a linebacker.
That was Alloway. Just came off the edge. He got the jump. And
nice job. He shut down that play. Picks up a yard, I think, to the 39. If he gets into the fray there, if he doesn't come around to make that tackle, maybe he has a little running room.
Yes.
Important third down. And Jared, again, they can get some, if they can just get some 4 or 5 yards here, they could be in field goal position.
Yeah, I mean, just right now, I would say this is in Solon's range. He's at the 39, so that's definitely within his range. But, of course, they're going to try to pick up this 7 here.
Here's Thompson around the left side. He finds running room. He's inside the 30-yard line. He's going to have a first down. Now we know we're inside Solon's territory. We're going to call this the 28-yard line.
As long as the offense is clicking, it'd be nice to see how long his range is. But when the offense is moving like this, I know he's ready to just kick an extra point.
We'll just soon put up 6 and have him come in for the extra point, and then one of those great kickoffs that he's making happen tonight. 3:28 to go in the third quarter. McMinn 34, Ray County 14.
And McMinn has slowed their pace down quite a bit. They like to run the hurry up, but they are slowing it down, letting the clock run.
Davion Evans, no. Hester's going to keep up the middle. He's got running room. He's going to have another first down. Breaking tackles. That time he faked to Davion Evans around the right side. Hester kept it. He's inside the 15, so we'll call it the 14-yard line, pickup of 14. My goodness. What a difference from a week ago just in this offense and being productive.
And, I mean, you can't ask more of Caden Hester. Come in after the first series and be able to just control the offense.
Davion Evans up the middle. He's breaking tackles. I think he's going to have another first down because he's inside the 5.
Evans on the carry.
They're tired. I think Ray County is tired.
I would agree with that.
You got a player down as
that's
well.
Martin,
yeah,
the
that was the quarterback. So here's another starting quarterback that's down. Well, with the injury, 2:26 to go here in the third quarter. Let's take a 30-second break. 30-second break. McMinn leading Ray County 34-14.
L&M Motors, your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer, is a proud supporter of McMinn County Cherokee Athletics. Brothers Leon and Marvin Hammond founded L&M Motors back in 1966. And under Kevin Hammond's direction, it's still going strong at 1001 South White Street in Athens. Go see Kevin and the crew at L&M Motors today and tell them the voice of the Cherokees, Terry Patrick, sent you.
All right, back at Cherokee Stadium, Martin is still down on the ground in the middle of the field. The
Looks
ball,
like maybe cramping.
Yeah, it does. And he's one of those guys, he's in the game all the time.
Him and Dupree, I think, both have caught cramps the last 2 times.
Well, the run was good enough for a first down, so it's first and goal, 2:26 to go here in the third quarter. First and goal from the 3-yard line.
Terry, that was the 5th first down of this drive for the Cherokees.
And what an answer,
yes.
Really, because Ray County comes back. They're trying to get back into the football game, and then you answer it with a drive coming down the field. Now if we can just stick it in there. Davion Evans in the backfield. He's had a good night.
Go for the Cherokee.
Here's the snap. You're going to give it to Evans up the middle. He's crashing. He's driving his legs. He's not quite going to make it.
Made it to at least the 1.
Yeah, he just kept driving. I'm giving him the 1. Now do we go to the heavy package, or is it with Jaden Miller out? He's part of that heavy package, and so you had Cody Thompson in his place, not quite as heavy.
No, he's not, but still, even for a small guy, he's a powerful runner. We talked about the pound-for-pound rushing.
So the ball is at the 1-yard line. It's second down and goal. Hester in the shotgun. Gets it. Hands off again to Davion Evans. I don't think he's going to get in there this time. He could have lost back to the 2.
Evans on the carry.
And that just seemed to take a little bit too long to develop there in the backfield. He's going to be pushed back. I think he's pushed back to the 2-yard line. I think it's third
and goal.
Third and goal from, I'm going to call it the 2. It may be the 1.5 or so. May see Hester keep it here. He hands off to Davion Evans, trying to get around the end. He's going to be thrown for a loss, and I think that is likely going to bring up Sullins.
Davion's shoe came flying off. I thought it was a face mask or something, the way he got jerked around, but Cherokee's not able to convert third down there.
Yep, after getting to the 1, they're now back to the 7-yard line. That was a loss of 5 on that play. So Sullins is, in fact, coming into the game. So they're going to try a field goal. They're going to see where they set this ball down. I think, at the 14. So this is going to be a 24-yard field goal, kind of a strange angle. And there was a whistle.
They jumped.
A whistle, before the play. And this is what they're doing is disruptive. It's almost like they're almost like they're trying to get a penalty.
Yes, I agree, and it's kind of frustrating. I know for Spencer, got to be, because he's ready to kick it. The guys are, Hester's there ready to get the hold up, kick up. It's just kind of a no-think situation in this, and if they keep jumping off sides, it kind of starts playing with you a little bit.
It's going to take the ball up to the 4-yard line now. It's half the distance to the goal. It's going to be set more like an extra point now.
The clock.
Hester's holding.
Clock's running.
I think they're just going to let it run out. They're going to let this clock run out. That's going to be the end of the third quarter here at Cherokee Stadium. McMinn leads Ray County. We got a quarter to go. McMinn leads 34-14. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
There's more than you think at Tennessee Wesleyan University. Over 30 traditional undergraduate academic programs are complemented by master's degrees in teaching, business, nursing, and occupational therapy. If you have some college under your belt and want to finish what you've started, TWU offers degree completion in nursing, management, and criminal justice, all three of which are completely online. So however you're looking to earn your college degree, TWU has a place for you. For more, visit tnwesleyan.edu.
At Capstar Bank, we are listening. We want to earn not just your business, but your confidence and loyalty. Capstar Bank is locally owned and operates with a higher level of personalization and passion for greatness than any bank you've ever encountered. Capstar Bank, with locations in Athens, Etowah, Cleveland, Sweetwater, Madisonville, and East Tennessee, and online at capstarbank.com. Capstar Bank, we're listening. Remember, FDIC, equal housing.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, we're at the beginning of the fourth quarter here. McMinn leads Ray County 34-14. Spencer Solons is in for a field goal attempt. I think it's going to be pretty much like an extra point for him. Probably going to be set down. Well, it's going to be set down at the 12, so it's going to be a 22-yard field goal attempt. 22-yard field goal attempt. Waiting for the snap. Here's the snap. It's down. Kick is up. And it is good. 22-yard field goal attempt is good. And that's going to make the score McMinn 37, Ray County 14. Let's go to the Simmons scoreboard. Jared, I think you got some scores for us.
Yeah, Bradley and Cleveland is final. That one's 16-10 in favor of Bradley Central.
Wow.
East Hamilton still 31-0. East Ridge, it says it's still halftime. McMinn Central and Signal Mountain tied 14-14 in the fourth quarter. Meigs County and Bledsoe County still 7-6. Bledsoe County in front at the half. Oak Ridge and Clinton, that's in the fourth quarter, 14-7. Oak Ridge still. Powell is taking the lead over Carnes late in the fourth quarter, 35-28. Sweetwater is up 24-7 against Loudon in the third quarter. Those are two coming up opponents for McMinn County. And Walker Valley is up 35-6 over Ottawa in the third quarter.
Bradley and Cleveland being so close surprised me a little bit. I thought Bradley would take care of them a little more than that. And we, of course, McMinn will travel to Bradley Central next week. Hey, let me remind you of the McMinn County Rescue Squad Rescue Christmas. That runs from September 1st through November the 1st. It's a toy drive and a family food drive as well. And so you can drop off either new toys or non-perishable food items. You can drop it off at any Athens area Edward Jones offices now until November the 1st. So let's continue with that drive. Here's a high kickoff. This time it's going to be taken at about the 3-yard line. It was high enough that there was really good coverage. There's flags down late at about the 35-yard line. Not sure what that's about. The return goes to about the 21-yard line. Let's wait and see what the flag is. I don't know if we had some extracurricular activity or not. It seemed like a late flag, and I didn't see what happened exactly. It looks like they are looking to back Ray County up, though. Ball marked at the 21.
And they are going to back them up.
It's going to be 10 yards. It is a holding. So they're going to take over Ray County at their own 11. A long ways to go. So now certainly time does become a pretty big factor. We're into the fourth quarter. We're just starting the fourth quarter. It's 11:50 to go, but McMinn leads 37-14. Got to be some urgency for Ray. Back to pass immediately, thrown to the right side. That's Dupree. He's tripped up before he gets the first down, but he's close. They're going to give him up to the 18-yard line, so it's a pickup of 7 yards, and it's going to be second down and 3 from the 18.
Tackled by Faulkner and
Tackled inbounds, so the clock keeps running.
The offense just seems to go through 12, 32, and 8. That's Martin, Davis, and Dupree. They mix some in there every now and then, but it's been Dupree, the main target on the outside.
I'm looking for Jaden Miller on the sideline. Here's a run up the middle. Finds some running room, and he's finally going to be taken down after he gets the first down, and that was the big fullback.
Yep.
And he is a load coming through there. I don't know how much he weighs, Hunter Crow. But he's built like a little fire hydrant or something.
That's just another wrinkle in that wing T offense they can roll out there, and they've really only used it in short yardage situations.
Yep, picks up 10 yards up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10, Eagles from the 28.
Yeah, that's 2 first downs he has picked up in second and third, second and second. Second and 2.
Okay, back to pass. Martin being chased out of the pocket, makes a nice move, but he's chased down by Rouse. He's going to have positive yardage, though, up to the 35-yard line.
Tackled by Rouse.
Pickup of 7. Going to be second down and 3. And that was just some scrambling. Must have been pretty good coverage back deep. Couldn't find an open receiver.
Men's defense, I mean, they've played another outstanding game. This is 2 weeks in a row. A lot of guys playing both ways. I mean, most of the guys are playing both ways.
Here's a handoff to the left side. Finds a little running room, but Fagans finds him just short of the first down.
Flag that just came flying in. I believe that's going to be a hold.
Yeah, it was right in the middle of the field with a bunch of blockers around. He made it up to the 38-yard line. It was going to be really close to the first down, but they're going to step this back also from the 38. It's going to be holding.
Holding against the Eagles.
So that's going to mark it back to the 28-yard line. Going the wrong way are the Golden Eagles. And, man, they have ran into a buzzsaw with McMinn tonight. McMinn has played a solid game both sides of the football, and to think that your starting quarterback and starting safety goes out is even more impressive.
Jaden Miller's down there with a headset on. I just looked down and saw him. So
here's a pass to Dupree. He catches it but fumbles it. Faulkner picks it up on the far side. He's going down the left side of the sideline. He's going to go all the way into the end zone. He picked that ball up at about the 40-yard line. The pass was completed to Dupree. He took about 2 or 3 steps, fumbled the ball. Now I see a flag down, Jared. Flag down at about the 18-yard line on the far side of the field where he was running.
Oh.
And here is another flag.
That one's going to be on Ray County because that official is
the second one is going to be on Ray County. There was some something said there to an official. The first flag might be a hold or a block on McMinn, so we're waiting for the call. I mean, all of McMinn's team has ran off. Faulkner picked up the fumble. I didn't see who made the big hit on Dupree. But Dupree, by the way, is still down. And he's been down a couple of times tonight.
They picked it up about the 42, it looks like, and was running it all the way because Dupree's down right on the 40, and that's essentially where he fumbled it. But, hey, defense, again, being some ball hawks right there, just knocking one loose when it looked like they got in the big game.
A hard hit there on Dupree causes the fumble. Faulkner picks it up, goes down the sideline, let's call it 42 yards into the end zone, but there's a flag down at the 17-yard line. I think they'll probably walk that off first and then walk 15 yards back.
And that's what I just saw one of the refs signal. They're going to wait till he gets up and off the field, it looks like.
Because it won't be offsetting because the
chop block
on McMinn, and they should mark that off. And then a dead ball, unsportsmanlike, on Ray County. So I think they'll march both of these off, and it'll be a net gain, I think, for McMinn from that 17-yard line. It's going to be first down and 10 for McMinn, and it's just a matter of where this ball ends up. But McMinn has it. Fumble recovery. And a return by Faulkner. I'm not sure the officials know exactly what they want to do. They're trying to save themselves a trip of walking one way and walking back another, and they're doing the math.
Well, somebody drew the short straw because one of them did come all the way back.
They need to find Aiden Wilson.
Yeah.
Look for number 99, and he'll do the math for you. And it's going to end up being marked right there at the 17.
All that work just to end up right where you had the flag to start with.
So Faulkner with the big turnover there.
No touchdown. Cherokees will have it 1st and 10 from the 17.
And it is at the Ray 17. Great field position.
Thompson just right up the middle once again. They're just going to keep pounding it.
Yep,
they should.
He's to the 14.
Davis and Shirley.
Clock now at 9 minutes and 15 seconds. McMinn leading 37-14. If you joined us late, Jaden Miller started at quarterback, had a nice drive in the first quarter. In fact, scored on a 7-yard touchdown run, had the team moving, and then was injured on a defensive play. While he was in on defense at safety, Caden Hester took over at quarterback and has had an outstanding game himself. Hester in at quarterback. Here is the handoff. It's bobbled a little bit, but taken by Thompson, and he's got another yard to the 13. They're not in any kind of hurry.
So I was going to say, just kind of run it like you have been, but let that clock run just as much.
And getting information now that it was Luke Sliger with the big hit on Dupree that caused the fumble. Thank you, Nate. Luke Sliger.
Outstanding hit to knock that one loose. So a forced fumble there and a fumble recovery.
3rd down and 7 from the Ray 13. Do we see Hester put it up in the air? He fakes the throw to the right. Now he's going to run. He's going to have the first down. He's going to have more. He's inside the 5.
Calls his own number on that one. Maybe a little busted play and turns it into a big game.
I don't know if it may very well have been a busted play, but he just looked right and then pulled it down and went left.
Yep.
And it was deceptive at least. So we'll call it the 1 yard line. He almost got into the end zone.
Correction, Hester, I'm sorry.
So Hester to the 1. First and goal
Clock's
from the
still
1.
Just running.
Hester and Thompson. Hester keeps. Hester in. I thought he was in. He is in. I didn't see the signal, but I thought surely he was in. Looked like he dove 3 yards. 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Caden Hester's in the end zone again. And just like that, it's McMinn 43, Ray County 14.
And doing that from the shotgun formation from the 1. A little nerve-wracking, but still Hester able to take it in easily. As you said, he got 3 on
Hester bobbles the snap on the extra point, throws back to Sullins. Sullins catches the off of the tip from a defensive player. So let's not get Sullins hurt, okay?
No.
Let's not use him as a wide receiver. Hester comes out of the game now, maybe for at least a play or two. Kind of bobbled that snap, and so the extra point, actually we have to call it a 2-point conversion, fails.
Right, and we'll talk about it real quick. Again, this is September's Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. Join Cherokee kicker and punter Spencer Sullins and kickit.org by making a one-time donation or a pledge for every point Spencer scores this season. So far, the Cherokee fans before this game have donated almost $2,000 for children's cancer research, and $24 has been pledged per point every time the ball goes through the uprights. Join the team Kick It with Spencer at kick-it.org. Again, that is kick-it.org. His goal is to score 50 points for children's cancer research. He is well on his way and probably past that at this point in the season.
I think you're right. The score now, 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this football game. McMinn's going to win this game. It's 43-14. I can't jinx them at this point. It's 43-14. McMinn over Ray County.
I'm glad you had the confidence to say it because I've already messed it up a couple of times tonight. I was not going to be that guy.
No. 7 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the game. McMinn leading 43-14. It's been McMinn. What a great night for McMinn County tonight. Here at home. Here's the kick by Sullins, a.k.a. kicker/wide receiver.
Yes.
On 2-point conversions.
Yeah, let's not discredit. He caught that one off the fingertips.
He did. It was actually, the pass was thrown, is just to describe it in a little more detail, the Ray County defender was right there, and it just kind of tipped off of his hands. It looked like it was going to be intercepted.
Yeah.
And Sullins shows some good hands himself, pulls it down, but can't get into the end zone for the. Wouldn't that be odd for him to score a 2-point conversion?
I know. Hey, maybe I don't know if that it wouldn't kicking it, but I would.
I think
we'd donate for that.
We'd count it.
Yep.
On kickit.org. Whatever.
Yep.
What was
Kickit.org.
that again? Okay, I'm making sure I didn't.
Just put a hyphen between kick and it, and you have it.
All right, 20-yard line. Here we go. Ray County around the left end. Well played, I would say, by McMahon. Aiden Wilson is in there. Fagans is in there for the tackle. Up to the 24-yard line.
Ray County has got some subs in. That was Mayberry on the carry there. He's been playing, but looks like new quarterback in for the Golden Eagles. I believe it was number 4. I don't have one listed, so we'll double-check that number.
McMahon has their starters in on defense. They're not – Coach Cagle not quite ready to call the dogs off just yet. Here's Davis around the right end. Boy, he's fighting for that first down.
Aiden Wilson just jumped on his back and just rode him for a few yards.
Looking across the way at the Ray County band. First time I've seen it, they got a bunch of flashlights waving around.
McMahon's band is waving back at them, so a little competition maybe there. Have to give credit student section. It looks like they're the construction workers this week.
Yep.
They're dressed out in the safety vest, so student section always interesting to see what they bring to the game.
Davis runs the ball up to the 31. It's first down and 10 from there for Ray County. 6:20 to go in the game. And right up the middle. Wow, a bruising run there. And that was Alloway. Ooh, was a tough hit there on the safety in the back. He's going to have another first down up to the 44-yard line, pick up a 13 on the play.
First and 10, Eagles.
I tell you, when the backs for Ray County do get running downhill, they're tough to handle. But they hadn't had that opportunity a lot tonight. You know, one thing about this wing tee, running backs, for the most part, are getting it moving horizontally.
Yes.
And that may be the downside of all this. That time the run by Davis up over the 45 to the 46. He's just going to have a couple of yards. That's pretty well played by the Cherokees. So Rouse in there. Caden Melton, Jackson Montgomery, Aiden Wilson, Josh Rouse. That front four for the Cherokees who have played so well through 3 games. Quickly on to the line of scrimmage. Here's a handoff up the middle again. I think that's Alloway again, getting a few more carries now. And this time he's up to the 49-yard line of Ray, picks up 3.
He's just bruising it up the middle. It's kind of been a bright spot for the offense right there.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't went more with that. Clock running, 4 minutes, 48 seconds to go in the game. McMahon with a big lead, 43-14. A really nice, complete game for these Cherokees.
And again, they've got a new quarterback. We don't have a 4 listed on the roster.
Davis to the right side, and he fights for that first down marker. He's right at it. Likely they'll give it to him. And I believe he has it.
Yeah. You're sitting right on it.
He's at
Terry.
the 46. No, they're
wow.
not. I mean, yeah, okay. He's a few inches short. I'll go with that. So we'll still call it the 46 of McMahon. It's 4th down in inches. Straight ahead is the quarterback, and he's going to have the first down. Remember that Martin did have that. He was cramping.
That's
and
true.
Went out, and maybe they've just decided, hey, we're going to rest him as well. So the ball inside the 45, we'll call it the 44-yard line of McMahon.
And yes, this is the first region game. I mean, there's a whole lot of football left, so that's the same way with Jaden Miller, not wanting to put him back out there and risk injury that rolls him out for the rest of the year.
Well, one thing we know, we've got a quarterback capable of coming in.
Yes.
We've learned that tonight without question. Quickly onto the line. Here comes Mayberry around the left end. And he's going to be inside the 40-yard line to the 39, pick up a 5.
Tackled by Evans.
3:22 to go.
clock stopped because he went out of bounds.
Yep, 3:22 to go in the fourth quarter. McMinn up 43-14.
Second and 4.
Even this late in the game, I see Coach Cagle working the sideline official, maybe off the spot there or something like that. Didn't agree with it, but can't let them have any time off, I'll tell you.
Here's Davis around the right side now, and he's taken down.
That's Faulkner.
Yeah, Faulkner comes up and tackles him. It was a solo tackle.
Big hit, too, around the edge, and now it's...
Yeah, Brown is getting up slow. He's assisted by Melton just to get up. It's going to be down to the 37-yard line of McMinn. It's a pickup of a couple, but it's going to be 3rd and 3. So we take a trip back down to the Cleveland area next week, a non-region game, but yet another,
that's a rivalry.
It is the
right
rivalry.
Yes.
Bradley Central and McMinn next week. That could be a great game. Here is a handoff up the middle.
He's stopping short.
Yeah, he's going to be short of the first down. 36. He's up to the McMinn 36-yard line, and it's a long 2. 4th and a long 2 here. Clock down to 2:14. 2 minutes, 14 seconds. McMinn's going to win their first region game, and it's a big one. This is the defending region champs, Ray County. And there's an injury.
Mayberry hurt
on that play. The run is good for the first down. They're going to mark it at the 34-yard line. Picks up 2, but Mayberry is down. With the injury, let's take a 60-second break. We'll be back in 60 seconds. McMinn leading 43-14.
Getting a good night's sleep is essential to your quality of life. So your mattress is one of the most important purchases you'll ever make. When it comes to comfort, one size doesn't fit all. The friendly staff at Plaza Electronics can help you find the right fit with brands like Tempur-Pedic, Serta, iComfort, and Beauty Rest. They also have lift beds and lift chairs, offering free delivery and setup, 12 months, same as cash. Proudly serving this area for over 32 years, Plaza Electronics and Appliances. Visit them at the new location in the former home of Staples at 1609 Congress Parkway South, Athens.
Athens Insurance, we're here for you. When you call, we'll be there. Nothing that we can't do. With integrity and excellence, we will see you through. There's nothing too hard for us to handle. Nothing that we can't do. At Athens Insurance, we'll be here for you.
Athens Insurance, serving East Tennessee since 1931.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, Mayberry now has gotten off of the field, walking on his own power over to the sideline. Could have been another cramp. Not sure. Under 2 minutes to go. 1:55 now.
I mean, one of those guys, that wing tee, it'll wear you down too, so even on offense.
Yep.
And so they've been running really hard, and he's got a lot of the runs here lately. And something happened with the student section. It looks like
student section
they got Joe Young, the principal, down there doing something. So they're going to cheer him on.
Now they may be getting on Channel 3 or something. Here's a run right up the middle. This is Hunter Crow again, the fullback. They should have been using him a little more this game, perhaps. He's going to have the ball all the way down to the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards, another first down. They've got a nice drive going, and this is the Cherokee's defense, number 1 defense out there still.
They've played a lot of minutes both ways, a lot of hard minutes tonight.
Here's a handoff. This is a new player into the game. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe, but that's it.
Ace Robinson on the run on that one.
They got their own ace.
Robinson on the carry.
Of course, that being Ace Cagle down there, coach's son.
Yep.
Freshman playing on the line.
Second and 10.
Second down and 10. Clock now at 47 seconds. McMinn trying to keep Ray County out. I don't think they're going to do anything but run. No.
Oh.
What do I know? Here's a pass into the end zone that's going to be Hensley is down there. They're fighting over it.
Yep, Hensley got the pick.
Hensley has the interception.
Wow. 2 interceptions for Luke Hensley on the night.
So a third turnover here. And that's why I didn't think they would pass, because I felt like we might stop that. 34 seconds to go in the game. And Luke Hensley comes up with the interception.
Actually, that's a fourth. They've had Hensley 2 interceptions and 2 fumbles picked up. So
that's right. 4th turnover of the game.
Defense is playing well tonight. And I got to imagine now Brady Mullins is going to be in, Terry, as the quarterback. And you got a bunch of guys out there. Dakota Thompson, Grady Prince out there as well.
We're at the 20-yard line. Mullins, hands off. That's Tarzan up the middle. He's going to get, we'll give him 3 yards. I think that's probably going to do it. Clock at 22 seconds, and they're just going to let it run out. Folks, that's going to be the game here at McMinn County High School. Jared, probably one of the most complete games we've seen the Cherokees play in a good while.
Yeah, even going back to last year. I mean, it was all 3 facets of the game were very well executed tonight. And, you know, if there was a taste of revenge in their mouth, I think they ate pretty well tonight, knocking off Ray County like they did here.
Absolutely. So don't forget, we got the Southland Finance locker room show that's coming up. Coach Bo Cagle will address his team for just a few minutes, and then he will join us here in the press box. We'll have scores from around the area, and we will also have our statistics for the game, and that's going to be interesting. What's really going to be interesting to see how many yards we ended up with tonight. But a complete game for the Cherokees. From McMinn County High School. McMinn County leads, or rather wins this football game 43-14. And we're going to take a 3-minute break. We're going to take a 3-minute break right now, and we'll be back at the stadium with the Southland Finance Coaches Show when Coach gets up here. 3-minute break.
Count on Star Regional Medical Center to deliver joy. If you're expecting a new family member, count on us to provide the care you need close to home. From education and classes to labor and delivery to helping you care for your new baby, we're here to help every new parent and new arrival get off to a healthy, joyful start. Star Regional Medical Center. From the routine to the unforeseen, count on us. Learn more at starregional.com.
Are you frustrated with extensive lead times on materials you need for your home improvement or construction projects? All Things Exterior has a great selection of materials, many of which they can get to you in a matter of days, not months. Need a metal roof? They've got you covered. Need new vinyl siding? They've got you covered. Need new gutters? They've got you covered. Don't forget about windows, doors, decks, and more. Go see what they can do for you at All Things Exterior, 723 Congress Parkway South in Athens.
Osmond's Flooring has just received truckload after truckload of over 15 styles and colors of first-quality waterproof plank flooring for the insanely low prices of $1.89 and $1.99 per square foot while supplies last. And don't forget, they have over 80 styles and colors for every price point and budget. They'll price match and beat anything. So bring your truck. Or they have the best professional installers around and can usually get the job done within a week. Absolutely worth the drive and easy to find. Osmond Flooring, 2412 South Congress Parkway, across from McMinn County High School in Athens.
At Simmons Bank, community matters. Since 1903, we've been dedicated to serving our communities with empowered local leadership. I'm Shane Whaley, Regional President of our East Tennessee market. While some things have changed in recent years, one thing that's stronger than ever is our local team's commitment to serving our community. We offer exceptional service and unmatched expertise to provide solutions for your financial needs. A reliable partner for you because, after all, we're always better together.
Simmons Bank, member FDIC.
Madison Avenue Pharmacy, your independently owned Health Mart pharmacy, offers services you wouldn't expect from a traditional pharmacy. They know that taking more than one medication can get confusing, so they offer special packaging to help organize your medications by day and time. This service can be life-changing for patients and caregivers of patients taking several medications throughout the day. Ask about their free delivery service. Madison Avenue Pharmacy, 1001 West Madison Avenue, Athens. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Since first opening their doors in 2017, Companion Funeral Home of Athens is thankful to have served thousands of families in McMinn and surrounding counties. Being a local, family-owned, full-service funeral home, they understand the need to put you at ease when you walk through their doors. Whether you want a traditional burial or a cremation from their on-site crematorium in Cleveland, they'll guide you through the process and assist you in making the right choice for your family. Companion Funeral Home, 400 South White Street.
WJSQ WLAR's postgame coverage continues with the Locker Room Show, brought to you each week after the game by Southland Finance, Congress Parkway, Athens.
All right, welcome back to Cherokee Stadium, where McMinn County has defeated Ray County in the first region game for each team, 43-14. And Coach Cagle is making his way up here for the Southland Finance Locker Room Show. We're going to have comments from him in just a moment, but while we're waiting on him, let's go ahead, Jared, and let's take a look at some other scores that are around the region.
Again, Bradley and Cleveland went final early on. Bradley went in that one 16-10. You got Dobbins-Bennett and Morristown East faced off 42-14. I always have to throw a Dobbins-Bennett name out there just so Cherokee fans can, all of us can revisit that, unfortunately.
And by the way, and we talked about this before the game, let me stop you there for a second. We're still waiting on Coach Cagle. He's going to be making his way up here. We had a special guest. He didn't care to be on the air tonight.
No.
We're going to get him on the air sometime. But Johnny Kaufman was back into the press box, and I promise you, both Jared and I were ready to hand over the headset to Johnny Kaufman. This is what I consider the Johnny Kaufman press box. But what an honor, and, man, he was looking good, and I know he enjoyed this ball game.
He just had a birthday the week of the Central game, and so he got up here with us, and, of course, we had to ask him some things, and DB and Bradley Central were the two on his list, and he not bashful about those are two on the list that he don't like to play.
Those were on his hate list.
Yes,
Ask him how big was his hate list. He had just two teams.
Yep.
Dobbins-Bennett and Bradley. So he'll
Bradley's
be fired up.
Bradley's even above DB by leaps and bounds. So.
That's right, and that's where we'll be traveling. But it was great to see him. Great to have him up here in the press box, and maybe he's our good luck charm. We might have to invite him back to the next home game as well, or even down to Bradley. But you go ahead with some scores. Just wanted to mention that.
Look at some more. Bearden beats Hardin Valley at home 35-0. Anderson County beats Fulton on the road 35-7. Gatlinburg-Pittman 38-6 over Austin East at home. Knox West beats Knox Halls 35-0. Again, Maryville beat Farragut 41-28. That one was much closer at the half. Sevier County 21-14 over Knox Central at home. Now getting down in the Chattanooga area, Chattanooga Central up against Saudi Daisy 14-6 at home in the third quarter. East Hamilton, that score still says it's 31-0 at half. I imagine it's over by now. Hickson wins at home against Sequoia 35-14. That one's gone final. South Pittsburgh blanks Lookout Valley so far through the third quarter, 55-0. McMinn Central gets their second win in a row at home against Signal Mountain. A tough matchup there in region play, 17-14. Bledsoe County and Meigs County over in Decatur. That one's 14 all late in the fourth quarter, so that one's close. Clinton does get another score on the board, but Oak Ridge beats them 21-14 at Oak Ridge. Polk County is over Tellico Plains. It says halftime score 30-26. Powell gets their first win of the season over Carnes 42-28. That's a region win for them.
Yep.
Sweetwater does handle Loudon very convincingly 31-13. That score has gone final. And let's see, let's scroll down. Walker Valley on the road at Ottawa is still up 35-13. That looks like it's in the fourth quarter. And that rounds it out, I believe, for most of them.
Very good. That's the Simmons Bank scoreboard report. I'm looking at Coach Cagle, and what it looks like is another reporter has grabbed him ahead of us, and he knows that we have priority.
That's right. Well,
that's probably the Chattanooga Times Press or something.
It's either that or I know the DPA's got some new folks, so maybe we'll have to get Gabe on a. Gabe usually does it from the press box with us, but I know Channel 3 was down here, Local 3, for the game of the week, so they probably grabbed him as well. So, and a very good win to talk about. I know he's probably excited to get up here and talk to us, especially after the game last week.
It was not so talkative a week ago.
It was tough to talk after that.
But he's making his way
week.
up. He I'll have to tell you, he gets stopped a lot on the way up, and that's okay. A lot of people like to celebrate with him and congratulate him. This is a big win, and he's inching forward. This would be win number 97 for Coach Cagle. He's visiting with his family right now.
And it's his birthday.
And it's his birthday. What a birthday present. I'm glad you brought that up.
I remember seeing that earlier today on the Facebook post, and so what a birthday present, as you said.
Absolutely. We're going to stay right here because he is going to be with us here in just about 15 seconds, and we're going to get right into it with Coach Cagle. And it's just a great night for McMinn County tonight. Again, McMinn gets the win over Ray County 43-14, and Coach Cagle is here, and he's going to join us right now. Here you are, Coach. Whoa. There you go.
We're going to start out with a happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Coach.
Hey, thank you.
That's the way you celebrate.
That is it right there. That's what you want on a birthday for sure.
All right, well, we've already started the coaches show, so
okay.
we're right into it with you.
Let me know how it goes.
Well, it would go good tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the night you want to be up here. Well, first of all, right off the bat, flip of the coin, you win the flip, and this week you decide, hey, we want the ball this week.
I think our decisive advantage, I thought, was offensively. I thought we might have trouble stopping them and getting the ball if they got it in their hands to run the clock, and I didn't foresee them kicking it down to the 2-yard line and pinning us inside the 20 to start. I did not see that because that's not what we got on film.
Yep.
But they did, and we had to make a couple great plays there to get ourselves out of it.
Well, you go on a 9-play drive that ends with a 7-yard touchdown run by Jaden Miller, so it was a good decision, obviously. But Ray County comes back out. Yeah. They answer with a drive of their own, a 10-play drive, and with 5:02 in the first quarter, they tie it up 7-7, and it looks just about like a McMinn County and Ray County game should be. Back and forth a little bit. You exchange punts, but then in the second quarter, things begin to change a little bit. And you run a 7-7 score all the way up to a halftime lead of 27-7. You get a couple of turnovers, and those were big. An interception by Hensley, and then a fumble recovery by Caden Melton, who seems to have a knack for finding.
Yeah, he almost picked that one up and scored too. He'd had 2 touchdowns, man. I wouldn't have never heard the end of that.
he was going to pick it up, bobbled it, and I thought made a good decision at that point to fall on it.
Yeah, that was a good decision, but. Oh, man, it's fun when those defensive linemen score.
Well, it was an exciting game for sure. But, again, you go in at halftime. Something that we talked about during the Coaches Bench show, talked about it yesterday, is something that you felt like you could do on Ray County just from watching film, and that was maybe run to the perimeter. And in the second quarter, that really started opening up.
Yeah, and then but we were blocking so well on the perimeter.
Yeah.
We just kept seeing it, and once we got out there and got our hands on those guys on the perimeter, man, we were making some good blocks out there, and the guys were making some good runs and picking up chunk yards.
It seemed to open up. I mean, once you were running on the perimeter successfully, all of a sudden you're running everywhere successfully.
Yeah, that's what happens. I mean, it opened up because they had to stack the outside. Then we hit a couple of option plays up the middle.
Yep.
Some read plays with the quarterback power up the middle and quarterback counter up the middle. That really popped. And, you can't stop everything. You want to load the outside, we can go back up the inside. And our offensive line played really good today. We watched a lot of it at halftime on film just to see what we were doing, and they were really getting after. We had some misplays, but this point in the year, that's the best they've played all year.
And to do it with a guy that was playing backup quarterback, Caden Hester, leading the way as a backup.
Well, you guys know, you've watched enough football. Sometimes that is a spark in your offense just to get a guy like Caden Hester, the captain of one of our captains on the team each week. The kids really get behind him. But I told the whole group out there a couple of things with that. One is we all could have quit right there. We all could have hung our head with our starting quarterback, starting safety. He's on the kickoff team. He's all kinds of things for us.
Yep.
And we didn't. So Caden Hester played a great game, but he'll be the first one to say it. The 10 other ones on the field with him played awesome too. Everybody has to play a little bit better. Everybody has to be a little bit sharper and more focused when a non-starting quarterback is in the game, and that's what happened.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be back with Coach Cagle for some more comments about this game. We'll be back after this break.
When you need money for your fall home improvement projects, call Terry or Miranda at Southland Finance and ask about a personal loan. Whether you're remodeling, adding new home furnishings before the holidays, or simply needing to do some preventative maintenance to ensure your home is safe and warm this winter, they're ready to lend a helping hand. and they'll make the process fast and simple. Southland Finance, located in the log cabin at 516 South Congress Parkway, Athens. Call 744-9554. All loans subject to credit approval.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, McMinn has won this football game 43-14. We're joined by head coach Bo Cagle. So let's talk about, if we can, the Jaden Miller injury. And we don't want you to, wonder what's going on there. But what are you seeing from the sideline? Were you just cautious with him as well?
We gave him that first series, and I knew that he came off, and after he tried to run it, he didn't want to go back in.
Yeah.
I don't think it's something that's going to be keep him out for a long time, but I'm not a doctor.
Yeah.
He's on the sideline standing there with me saying he's going to be okay.
Yeah.
But obviously it's going to take a little work to get him back to 100% because he's got to be 100% to be able to – we got to run our quarterback as well as our running backs too. So, obviously we'll keep that
It'll be day-to-day, and we'll watch it.
Yeah, because I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, credit, like you said, credit to the team for stepping up.
Yeah.
With him out, being that leader, you had a bunch of guys. Caden Hester, another senior leader, as you said, stepped up. So they kind of maybe put the team on their shoulders and, hey, we're going to take care of this.
So we talked a little bit about, in the Central game, you've got Brady Mullins out there, and that's the kind of game you get a sophomore some playing time. But then you're here at the region game, and you really call on Caden Hester at that point, the senior and the experience to
and
come in.
And he knew that. I mean, we knew that he was the guy that we was going to have to bring in at any point. And not saying that Brady's not going to be a good football player.
Yeah,
he is.
Absolutely.
And he's just not have a whole lot of experience. None of the other quarterbacks have a whole lot of experience in the game, and they're excited about Monday, I'll tell you that.
One thing I was going to ask is the offsides. They kept jumping on the extra point attempt, and it had to be frustrating for you all, for Spencer down there.
Yeah, and I should just kept kicking them, and whatever. They were trying to block extra points, and
you just said the heck with it. We're going to run it.
I mean, I was tired of whatever. We'll just see what happens. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just kept kicking it, but
let's talk a little bit about the defense. Another thing that you talked to me about earlier in the week is how to handle this wing T offense, and if you play your role, if you play your keys, then you're going to be in good condition. For the most part, overwhelmingly for the most part, your team did that.
Absolutely, and we had some get by us, but man, it's hard. It's hard to sit there and focus and not let. We knew that some things were going to happen when we got a lead. Those went down because we didn't have to be so aggressive in stopping the run from the secondary. So that helped us out later on. But, Aiden Wilson, I'm telling you what, he was carrying their linemen while making plays because they were tackling him, and he was tackling the guy with the ball all night. And it seemed like if he wanted to make a play, he made a play. And I don't know what those stats will end up being, but they're going to be special. I promise you.
We're going to hear right now. Well, we're going to hear offensive stats anyway. We'll get defensive later. But Terry Stansel joins us now, and let's go through the game stats.
Okay, for Ray County, 14 first downs, 231 yards rushing on 48 carries for a 4.8 yard per carry average, 75 yards in the air, 306 total yards. 2 fumbles, losing both of those, penalized 11 times, 85 yards, punted the ball 3 times, 79 yards for a 26.3 yard average. The workhorse tonight was Ethan Davis, 24 carries, 137 yards. Latron Alloway, 5 for 21. Briley Mayberry, 7 for 12. Caleb Martin was 5 of 7 in the air for 53 yards. Bryce Dupree was 1 of 1 for 22 yards in the air. We had a number 4, which was not on the roster, had 1 attempt, but it was an interception. For our Cherokees, 14 first downs, 351 yards on the ground on 40 attempts, 8.77 yards a carry, 55 yards in the air on 4 attempts passing, 406 yards for the game. Penalized 5 times, 50 yards. Punted the ball 1 time for 21 yards. Workhorse tonight was absolutely Caden Hester. 9 carries, 143 yards, averaging 15.8 yards a carry. Jaden had 5 for 71. Cody Thompson, 14 for 77, averaging 5.5 yards a carry. Davion Evans, 11 for 57. Taylon White, 1 for 3. Jaden was 0 for 1 passing. Caden Hester was 3 of 3 for 55 yards. Hayden Smith, 1 reception, 33. Dakota Thompson 1 for 9, Luke Hensley 1 for 13. And finally, Spencer's kickoffs. He had 8 kickoffs, averaging for 477 yards, 7 touchbacks, averaging 59.6 yards.
We didn't have enough feathers for his helmet to get
No.
him for every day touchback. We had to run out.
It's an outstanding night for McMinn County. No doubt about it.
Total yards on the ground again.
The total yards 351 for McMinn.
That's the 2020 team stats right there, right?
Yeah.
I mean that's running the football.
Right, that's what we want. And have 400 yards of offense. Obviously, we'd like to throw it a little bit more, but we really didn't have to. We got some junk plays, but what was we in there 2 or 3 plays and Hester throws a 50-yard pass? It should have really been a touchdown.
Yeah.
But lost her foot and we ended up scoring anyway. So it was a good night all the way around.
It was a complete game.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody did their job, played their role. All right, let's go ahead and look ahead before we let you go. Let's look ahead to next week. It's Bradley week. Bradley Central will travel down there. They won a close one tonight.
16 to 10. 16 to 10 against Cleveland.
16 to 10 against Cleveland. It's going to be McMinn Bradley.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't get any better than that.
Yep.
I mean, I don't.
Looking forward to it.
It's that's the best game of the year, in my opinion. That's the best game of the year. Bradley. There's nothing like beating Bradley at Bradley. So we're going to go down there. And, they're a good football team. They beat Cleveland. Cleveland just beat us. Yep. Obviously, we played a little better tonight, but we're going to have to lick our wounds a little bit. Hopefully, Jaden will be back. But we'll do our best and see where we're at next week.
All right, Coach. Happy birthday and congratulations. That's a great win tonight. Guys, let's wrap it up here. Terry, join us back here again. I know you loved the kicking game tonight. So did we. It was fun to watch.
It was a great game to watch. I really enjoyed the defense. Those boys, stepped up huge on defense.
They did, and against such, I've seen that wing T at times just be so good and just like, how do you stop it? We can't stop it. But tonight they did.
Yeah, our corners came up quick, made some key tackles, and I think that just got Ray out of the rhythm.
Yep, they did.
So,
they did that.
They almost wore themselves out of the ball game versus wearing McMinn's defense down like maybe we saw last year.
Yes.
Ray kind of wore themselves out a little bit, it looked like, and just couldn't get anything going. Credit to McMinn's defense.
I'm not sure I'm sold on sprinting up to the ball.
Hey,
I don't understand that. That's new, and I've never seen a team do that before.
And I thought at some point in the game they would try to catch us on a cadence or something because they snapped it so quick, but they just kept doing that.
Yeah,
they got to the ball, and here we go. But anyway, Jared, your final thoughts? A great game
for McMinn County. You obviously they threw the one from last year away, and they came out and played like they should have, even losing Jaden Miller for all of the game. We'll say after the first 2 series. And you're in the driver's seat in the region. That's what you want.
Yes.
You finished second last year. You knew one team you had to beat, and you just took care of them. Now you got to keep playing your game until you get to the end of the year. So.
Well, now you take them game at a time, of course, and that's all coach is going to do.
Oh, yeah.
You figure that you're highly favored against Howard. And so,
who is picking up their first win tonight?
They are.
They're beating the Kings Academy. Sorry, that was one I knew it was out there.
Well, let me say I'm glad to see that.
19-6 at the Kings Academy in the fourth quarter.
Fantastic. But I would still think certainly McMinn's going to be highly favored there. So you just got to keep an eye on Walker Valley.
Walker Valley it's going to be the one that's circled, and that's the way it was. Ray County, Walker Valley, McMinn last year. That's the 3 that everybody kind of favored in this region. But getting the monkey off your back in this game here
was
huge. Just got to keep it going.
It was. Okay, so we're looking ahead. Next Friday night, we're going to be in Cleveland, Tennessee. We'll be playing Bradley Central. This is a big rivalry for McMinn. And listen, our folks are going to travel good. We're going to have a lot of people down there. They will as well. It's a non-region game, but it doesn't matter. This is a rivalry game. And so we hope that you will join us here next week. We'll go on the air with the Coach's Bench Show at 7 o'clock as usual, and kickoff will be at 7:30. That's going to wrap it up here at McMinn County High School tonight. McMinn County defeats Ray County 43-14. Thanks and good night.
When it comes to loans, Southland Finance makes it easy. If you're